Hello, hello, hello. Oh yeah, I haven't told Jay yet. I don't know if he saw in Discord yesterday. I'm a different
I didn't
colour
see
today.
anything yesterday.
I'm a different colour
You
today.
you're pink.
I'm very pink.
In places, mostly on one side. Some would possibly argue that your fringe has
It's protected
impacted your ability to tan.
Yeah, we'll just go like this now, and then you can't quite tell there's a shadow.
Uh-huh.
It's great. It's great. We can talk
Nice.
all about that. All I will say is that I am in a lot of pain right now.
Bro, there's
the
no
lights-
blisters. It could be a lot worse.
Oh, you haven't seen my arms. The face is bad, but it's all right. You know what I mean? Where it's like
The face is bad, but with
Yeah.
only... Oh, you meant the sunburn.
thanks.
Yeah. Thanks.
So like,
I have the same thing, right? I have a mohawk to draw attention away from my face and a beard to cover the rest of it.
good idea. Good idea. How's
Well
it going? Thanks to the host, Hellstorm guy. Did you get sunburnt as well, Hellstorm guy? I'll just quickly cut to a close-up of, well, just me for a second. So, for those watching at home, this is the colour of my arm, where it doesn't get tanned. And this is the colour of my arm when it's tanned. And by tanned, I mean burned.
Is it only one? Oh no, it is both sides. Right. Okay. I was wondering if you just gone out for a long drive. You know, trucker's tan. So...
No. So look at this. Woo, I'm a squashy. You know the
Brilliant.
drumstick lollies, drumstick sweets.
Yeah.
For those at home who don't know,
Nice.
I will show you a picture of squashies. This is a squashy. One of these. That's me. That's me today. So I went outside for the first time in like 15 months yesterday.
Okay.
Like
That was brave.
Like properly outside.
Dear, mate.
But have you had a good weekend? And then I'll tell you all about mine.
No, let's carry on with your weekend. You know, keep
You want
tracking,
to?
bro.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, thanks for the
Did you
sub.
mention finish?
Thanks for the prime, Preshnell. Really appreciate it. Hell yeah, sympathy primes. I can't clap for
Brilliant.
it. So,
You sunburnt your palms as well.
pardon?
You sunburnt your palms.
Oh, not my palms, thankfully. I said the back of my hands, which is very new. Look at that. That is
Yeah.
terrible. I've never burnt a
it's
hand
good.
before. I burnt fingers. Like here. You might be able to see a line. There's like 2 red lines.
Uh-huh.
So it's great. It's fine. So, anyway.
It's great. It's fine.
But I spend my entire life inside, right? Like all of it. I work from home, so I don't commute. I hardly go out. We've been in a pandemic, so we've been in a lockdown for pretty much the entire time, for the past year. So, but yesterday I played in a garden tournament, a garden Warhammer tournament. How cool's that? It's like 6 of us. Knocking about in a garden.
I'm going to suggest that from the state of you, it wasn't very cool.
Oh, it was cool in the morning. So,
Yeah.
But interestingly, it was an Age of Sigmar tournament.
Oh,
Which is
okay.
fun.
Cool. Well,
So-
that was a really good weekend you had. So let's talk about my weekend. Then.
Anyway, it was at Toby's. He lives like just over an hour away. So I set off at like 8 o'clock in the morning, right? And I don't know how it was everywhere else, but thank you much for the sub, dear Wag. Hell yeah, really appreciate it.
It's good here. Nice.
So
Sunny.
it was really foggy yesterday morning, right? And I live like you know where I live. I live on a massive hill,
Yes.
right? I live in the clouds, right? So it's normally quite foggy, but it was super foggy, like so much so that
No
I couldn't.
comment.
I couldn't like see like maybe I could see like a car's distance away in front of me, right? When I set off,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, bloody hell, it's gonna be cold today. And then I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll put shorts on. We're gonna be outside. I'll take my jumper. It'll be all right. And then I got there. So I got there at like just gone 9, and it was still foggy. And I was like, oh my god, it's still foggy. It's gonna be so cold today. I can't believe I'm gonna be the only one wearing shorts. And then everyone else was wearing shorts as well, so that was great. But then
Was that your number one concern?
I was gonna be cold.
High fashion.
Yeah, I was gonna be cold. That was my problem. And then anyway, like 11 o'clock ticks by, and the sun comes out. I'm like, whoa, this is great. Oh, this is brilliant. And then game 2, like in the afternoon, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. This is so good. And I weren't stood like that. I was stood like this, leaning on a table, you know, like a champ.
Yeah.
So yeah, then game 3 came around. I went, ooh, it's getting a bit warm now. Might go in the shade. It was too late after that.
Yeah.
It was too late. So...
I thought game was over a while back.
Yeah. So everyone else had put sun cream on. I was like, it's foggy. I'm not going to put sun cream on. I don't think I even have any. So yeah, I'm like a little salmon today, and it is probably the worst sunburn I've ever had. Honestly,
it does look pretty bad. I might be able to top that one.
all I was gonna say was, like, my arms always go pink here, right? This is like really normal.
It's prime real estate for sunburn.
Yeah, like this, it's not tender or anything. It just goes pink all the time whenever I go in the sun. But if I slapped here, where normally it just browns, oh my god, I will literally cry. You can see like white streaks.
I can see the amount of aloe vera. We'll call it that rather than anything else.
It's just moisturizer. I've put moisturizer on, and oh my god, it's the most painful thing I've ever done. I've had like tattoos. I've been in a car crash. I used to BMX. I've broken like loads of bones. I've had like bone sticking. I haven't had bone sticking on my leg, but I've had some pretty bad accidents. But this, putting cream on that, was the most soothing, painful thing I've ever done.
You need that magic Dettol wipe that tattooists have that just takes all the pain away in an instant.
Oh, I think so, yeah. I think I need some spray moisturizer. They're putting it on, it's like, oh yeah, but then when you go to rub it in, it's like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a deep tissue massage going on that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty terrible.
Oh. Nice. I was in Cuba about 7 years ago, and myself and my ex went snorkeling. I gave her one job. I did everything else. She had one job, which was pack the sun cream, and she forgot. Nice. And so, in a tropical, like, beautiful, balmy day after being in and out of the sea a couple of times, I went about as red as these pliers from the top of my head down to the top of my ass.
Wow.
And that was the day before a 15-hour flight back from Cuba. That was a shit day.
Yeah, that does sound like a shit day. I didn't sleep very well, I won't lie.
I'll bet you didn't.
I did the garden this morning because the grass is super long.
Your neck is looking pretty pink as well.
Again, like there and like on the top of my arms, it always goes pink, and it's just like I'm used to it, you know.
Okay.
But like my arms normally go fine, but I think I've just got so burnt this time that it's just gone. Nah, we're head out now.
You've become entirely acclimatized to being indoors now, and therefore there's absolutely no way that your body can handle it anymore.
Honestly, I think that's it. It's either the sun was just so bad that it just got me, or because I've not been outside for so long, my skin has just gone, you know what? We don't need to worry about that anymore. We'll just give up. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's the ginger taking over. Like, now your beard's growing out and there's more of it. It's like, no, you are no longer a day walker.
Yeah. Maybe that is it. So again, I've never really had like proper sunburn. I've been burnt, but it's just like not been painful. But this is just the worst thing. But we're not just going to talk about sunburn all evening. Regarding
all Mikey's fashions.
Regarding the tournament, I've been playing Maggot Kid of Nurgle. I've been like having games with Toby and other people every now and then. I've been doing really bad with them, but I won my first game against Wargaming, which was fun.
Wait, you won a game at a tournament?
Of Age of 6? Of a game I don't play!
Why? Did your opponent?
Pardon?
Did your opponent? Like, was it an even Stevens match? Or...
Oh no, they like brought like a really competitive list, and I beat them.
Ooh.
They played hundreds of games of Age of Sigmar, right? And then second game, I played Dan Buchanan. He was there with his brand new Lumineth army, which are really broken. And I beat him.
Okay.
I was like, okay. So basically, like, there's me and Dan and Toby, who are like 40k players. but like Toby's way more into AOS. Dan's more into AOS at the minute. And there's 3 other guys who are just all about AOS, and I'm like, I'm on 2 wins. I could win our little 6-man tournament and get there's like a little cool trophy that one of the guys had made as well. It was
Nice.
a German World Cup printed trophy.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh hell yeah, I could win the event at this rate. I could come and school all the Age of Sigmar players and show them it's a kids game because I play 40k and I've just beat you all.
Yeah.
And then I lost the last game. So
Who did you lose to?
I lost to one of Toby's friends. He was playing Sons of Bahamut, so the Giants.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
They're so monstrous. I mean, they are monsters, but they are so monstrous.
That's kind of their point, right?
Yeah. So
Nice.
like they get better against hordes, right? So like I was running like 90 plague bearers and some other stuff. Like characters, great and clean ones, and some drones. And like like the man crushers, which are like the giants which aren't the new giants, they're the old giants, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The one that's been lying around for like 20 years.
10 years.
Yeah. So those guys, they get more damage against larger units. So they do they get like 10 attacks each, and they do like 3 damage each against units of 20 or more. And the wounds spill over.
Damage spills, right?
Yeah. So they can kill like each one of them can kill 30 plague bearers in a turn, and there's like units of 3.
Wrecked.
Yeah, and also to top it off is that when they're on objectives, the little giants count as 10 models, and the big giants count as 20.
Yeah.
So you can't even like outscore, because you don't have like objectives secured in Age of Sigmar. It's just number of models. So you can't even like outscore them on the objectives because they just run onto it. It's like, oh, I've got 3 dudes here that counts as 30, and I've just got killed one of your guys, so now you don't hold it. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Zero counterplay.
Yeah, they've just got like they're like when Knights first came out in 40k.
I was waiting for that to be the comparison where like nothing
definitely
really knows what to do.
Yeah, for sure.
And when they had armor value, was it 14 all round?
I don't think they ever had 14. I think it was 13, 13, 12.
13?
Yeah,
It could have been it.
Still strong though. Still strong.
I remember playing a mate who had a knight, and neither of us knew what to do with it. And I shot him with grav, and he was like, "Oh shit, you've immobilized it." Wait, really?
Nah.
But we played, unfortunately, the rest of the game with his knight sort of stuck in a corner, only able to shoot 1 gun. That was the only thing he could see into the table with.
Brilliant.
Yeah, not ideal.
Yeah. But yeah, it definitely felt like they were like, wow, these are like super strong, and I don't have the tools to deal with them, so I can't deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, fun day though. Fun day. I said, got sunburnt, came technically third because of the way the secondaries and stuff worked. But yeah, that was fun. Played a Sigmar, nearly won the tournament. That was a good laugh. So
nice. It's not really a surprise that you did well, because like all kidding aside, and yes, we've made the joke about you not doing so well with your Space Marines at your own event and stuff in the past. But anyone that plays a strategy-based game, it's kind of easy to transfer that skill across as long as you have a reference point, right? As long as you can relate it to something else. So if you're really good at chess, then once you've got into the swing of things for 40k, you'll be really good at 40k.
Yeah.
And if you're really good at 40k, same goes to Sigma. And most other games like that, you'll probably be okay at.
Yeah, it's just about being strategically minded, right?
Yeah, it's a mindset thing rather than like knowing all the rules thing.
Yeah, and a lot of the...
Look at someone like Manny, he's got a great mindset, doesn't know all the rules.
It's like a lot of the missions... Well, they're not like you have secondaries, but which are basically tiebreakers in Age of Sigmar for like main events. You basically have major wins or minor wins. You don't really have like scores.
Right. Okay.
But the missions, again, like the mindset of how the missions work is basically the same. It's just like hold objectives, basically. You know, they're still still quite a bit fun. You know, there's like one where it's like, if you roll a dice between 1 and 3. And there's 3 objectives, and then one of them's worth more points than the other one that turn and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun. It's very reminiscent of like the better old missions of 8th edition.
Right, I'm with you.
not like the first ones, which are terrible. Like the stuff with the better, like the Scorched Earth and stuff like that. That's still in there, which is like the 6 objectives, and you can burn them and stuff like that, which is good fun.
It is. Have you ever used the raise on that?
I don't think. I think I did it once. And I've played Scorched Earth quite a few times.
Someone tried to do it against me once, but you had to be on the objective and in full control, or like you couldn't have an enemy unit nearby or something. By the time we'd worked out what to do, we also worked out it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it's quite a lot to do as well.
Yeah, but it's never really happened. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was my weekend. Did you have a good stream this weekend, Jay? You had a celebratory stream of the end of the month.
Yeah, we basically celebrated that we all made it through May.
Great job. Well done, everyone.
So well done, guys. You know, keep it up.
Chat.
Yeah, exactly. And that was it. I painted up most of a knight, a little armiger. I'm just dismantling it now to magnetize all the arms and so on. But here he is.
Nice, looking extra fresh.
Yeah, very fresh, right? Done a load of things for some Megaras, which I need to magnetize now as well. Nice. And I've just found that the battery has almost run out on my little multi-tool. So
you have to do it manually.
I'm just going to mute my microphone for a minute.
Yeah.
Just deal with it.
I do that all the time. I just turn the power down. Take it down to 1, it's usually alright.
You can turn the power down? No.
You know how to use a drill, right? You don't have to know.
Yes,
you don't know how to do cover doors. Do you know how to use a drill?
Hey, you don't know how to use Space Marines either, apparently. But you know,
bro, that was nearly a year ago. It was like last.
Right?
It was the last proper event, anyway. But it was like a year ago. I'm a good player. Leave me alone.
A Sigma.
Oh yeah, clearly.
I think the kids game, Mikey.
Yes. Okay, so there's quite a lot to talk about today.
There's a fair bit.
But a lot of it's kind of just like looking through the community website.
Yeah, a bit of a recap.
But if there's any exciting news that you guys have heard of, then let us know. We'll probably be able to chat about it. There's a couple of tournaments that happened this weekend. There was...
Yeah, we could talk about, finally, after 2 weeks of trying, the UKTC a little bit.
We could talk about the UKTC. That would be good. Hey, thank you very much for the host, Captain Chaos. Really appreciate it. So we should probably try and talk about the GTC. Now you've all probably watched my seminar and now understand how rankings work. If you saw that yesterday, which was fun.
I had no chance, but
yeah, like everyone else in the chat as well might have watched it. There might have been a few. Because I basically ran a live seminar last Wednesday where I went through like how events work, how rankings kind of tie into them, how chess clocks work, how pretty much of the house, where the nods.
Nice.
So everyone's got a really good understanding about
stuff then.
Pardon?
All the important stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like, because there's a lot of people, like, I know I definitely fit into like a weird subspace between casual player who likes watching battle reports because they're fun, and then people who are like quite competitive and might want to learn something. I definitely fit in that weird boundary in between, because there's people who are better than me in the game who make videos as well. Go watch them. There's people who are probably way funnier than me, who don't talk about competitive either. So go watch them. But I like fit in the middle.
You're one of the jack of all.
Yeah, literally. So master of none.
Well, I was going to say some.
I'll take it. Because I fit there, I kind of like try and balance the way I do content to being like super competitive or like super casual at the same time. But yeah, I literally never played a game, and even I watched it. Says Polite Profound. So I hope you find it helpful, dude.
Nice.
But I'm going to tell you a little bit about the sponsors of today's stream before we start, if that's okay. Quickly. And then we will talk about, what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about UKTC, or do you want to talk about Warhammer Community?
Let's do it. Let's talk about the UKTC. Because we've been trying to do that one for a couple of weeks. And the Warcom stuff is cool, but it's kind of more of a recap of information that's already there rather than anything else.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's do it then. I don't have a script this time. I'm just gonna YOLO it.
Oh, this is gonna go really well then, because the script made it so much more easy, right?
Oh yeah, brilliant.
Oh, fuck.
Today's stream is sponsored by 3D board game accessories. Use code 3D !3D in chat. God damn, I messed it up already. This stream is sponsored by 3D board game accessories. Use !3D, or there's a link in the description to find out more. 3D board game accessories are a 3D punting. Oh my god. They're a 3D printing company based in France. They make excellent squad markers for your miniatures. I have an example of 3 here. We have yellow, we have white, and we have blue. These like clip onto your base, and they're really good for like seeing different squads on the table, or like separate special weapons, etc. And they come in a range of sizes as well. I actually have a whole bunch here in a bag, which are like 50mm. We've got some 50mm squad markers. We've got some 32mm. These are like red and purple. We've got some more white ones here, and then they make like any Games Workshop base size basically. And they're really cheap, and they're really good, and they're really convenient because they just snap onto the bottom of your base, so you can tell units from a distance. But also on their website, they make like really cheap 3D printed terrain and loads of other stuff. So make sure you go check them out. If you use my link in the description, it really helps out the channel. But also, if you use code Hellstorm at checkout, you also get 10% off, which is really cool. So make sure you check it out. !3D, or there's a link in the description if you want to check it out. Use Hellstorm 10. I think the discount code is. I'll just check. I'm gonna double check before we carry that on.
I'm gonna give your ad reel there a solid
5, maybe 4.
6 out of 10. No, 6, because there was a discount code in there. But I'm gonna give 3D board game accessories a solid 9 out of 10. Because I've got a load of their base markers for my Necron army. Because when you're looking at 60 Silver-Tide warriors, you kind of need something to help you out.
Oh yeah,
The only thing that stops me giving it a 10 out of 10 is they are a little bit brittle. But every single one I ordered, they sent me extra of for free. So clearly, like, it's something that they're aware of, and like, you know what, it's gonna happen once or twice. Here's some more, just for when it does. Solid product. I like it.
Yeah, and they're only like 10p.
They are super cheap.
So buy 100.
It's pretty easy to spend like. I was going to say 40 quid, but I think I bought enough for the entirety of my Necron army, which is 7,000 points, and it only cost me about £25.
Well, there you go.
And that included shipping from France. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not bad.
So use !3D in chat, or there's a link in the description. Use code Hellstorm at checkout to get 10% off. And every purchase you do make, it really helps out the channel. So thank you very much to 3D Board Game Accessories for sponsoring this stream. Hashtag shill. Hashtag ad. There we go.
Chill.
There we go. Cool. So let us talk about today's topic, Mr. J. I have my pen ready. I'm writing down my time codes, my best skill.
That's your best skill.
It is, yeah. It is my best skill.
It's a solid skill. Being able to annotate things correctly, I think, definitely a solid thing. So first off, I want to talk about the UKTC, which is the United Kingdom Taekwondo Council.
It is, yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Hang on. No, it's not.
Don't hit me, it'll hurt. How long have you been thinking about that joke to make? Like, how long have you had that joke ready in the bank?
I'm going to say 0.54 seconds, because when I searched UKTC on Google, that's how long it took to get that to come up.
I don't know if there is much on Google yet. Is it just on the... Is it on the Warhammer?
There literally website? Isn't. That's the next place for me to go. Let's
have a look. Let's have a look.
But yeah, it's basically... without much sound derogative, it is essentially the same as the ITC, which is the independent tournament circuit.
Yeah.
But just for the UK. So currently, under the normal model of the ITC, you have a global leaderboard, Yeah, so all the tournaments you go to, your top 6 get put into this ranking system, and of those top 6, there's some stipulations to what can go in, but most of it. And then you can filter by Europe, you can filter by UK, and even like further down. But this is just for the UK.
Yeah.
So I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I've actually got a link for it now. So let's pull it up. So the UK Tournament Circuit is a group of independent tabletop gaming tournaments that join forces to form a season of events in which players accrue points from their performance in each event they attend. So much like in any ITC event where you'd submit your rankings to the world rankings, this is kind of like separated where you submit them to a separate website, and it's essentially UK rankings. Because at the minute, like the ITC rankings are great, right? Everyone plays loads of tournaments. Everyone goes to Las Vegas, right? And then everyone plays that tournament. And then whoever wins the ITC, who gets the most points out of everyone, wins a cool prize. Everyone who wins best in faction gets a cool prize.
Yeah, we do.
Which you've won. I collected it for Jay because I was there.
Instrumental in me getting that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had it at all. So thank you very much for collecting my trophy.
So which is great, but this is kind of to do the same thing but UK only. Probably to make the London Grand Tournament have some more weight in terms of like, this is probably going to be the largest amount of points you can get for the UK TC, because it's currently not the largest.
Will it be?
Probably.
What about a Seed Coventry GT?
Oh, which is that's going to be a 3-day event, right?
3 days. That's literally our equivalent of the LVO.
Yeah, this is true.
But I think what you said is absolutely good. What's going to happen though? I think that the best venue, the best event would be the London Grand Tournament. I mean,
it's the capital, right?
It's got gravitas. It's got, I'll say, a reputation, but I don't mean the reputation that some people might immediately think of. It's got to be the Big Daddy event. So maybe the next one we'll see something slightly different.
Yeah, exactly. So essentially, you'll be able to get like best in faction in not only worldwide rankings, but also you'll actually get a prize if you get best in faction in just the UK. So, because there's a lot of players.
And they want to break it down even further as well, right? I heard some stuff when it was first kind of announced and was coming out that they don't want to do just like, congrats, you're the best in the UK, but maybe you're the best in Yorkshire, you're the best in Gloucestershire. I
have to become the best player in Yorkshire, right?
I mean, you've got to try.
No one else is any good in Yorkshire. There's me. Maybe Toby. Toby's pretty good.
I was going to mention Toby, but I was going to wait to see how far you buried yourself with that first.
Yeah, so it says, at the moment we have plans to award for best in faction. So, for example, you could win best orc player in the UK. There will be team rankings and awards, and also we want to award prizes based on regional performance. So you could be best in the Midlands, etc. Which is cool. Which is really cool. So it makes the awards from the UK more granular, which is really nice. And then you can actually look at the rankings now. Everyone's posting on Instagram because they've played one event, and then they're like, "Look, I'm top of the leaderboard." And it's like, was that
my mate Dave,
legal, though?
I looked to bits, is currently UK #1 player.
Yeah,
and that might be the only time that ever happens, Dave. That one out there. I love you to bits, bro. But...
Yeah, so you got there's 60 people currently on the leaderboard. In total, this is everybody. And David from Glasshammer is currently #1 because he's played 2 events. There's only 2 people in the country who've played 2 events and got them registered.
Well, actually, there isn't. There's 3. If you look down, Magic, who's I know him as Magic, and in fact, we all know him as Magic because none of us can say his name right.
Yes,
Magic's actually first.
Oh yeah,
he's
so he
done
is.
1 or 2 events.
I wonder if he's used a different email or something then.
Oh, probably.
So.
My joke earlier on was that even Magic has enough problems spelling his name. So.
What I like is they've directly ripped this from the ITC because you've got like the different countries.
It's 100% the same thing.
It's just ripped it. It's just like it basically just puts the UK filter on straight away. So can I do? Oh no, you can't do South Pacific. Yeah, we could do with this like more granular there, or just get rid of it.
I think Zach, you've done a great job with this. But dig deeper into your pocket and get a fucking web developer, please.
Literally, yeah. So who wants to be best Azayani? No one's competing right now. Best Chaos Demon, let's go. Chaos Space Marine, let's go. Get in early, guys. Post it on Instagram.
I've already got. I say I've already got some competition for Imperial Knights, but I don't think I have because I know Dave was playing Imperial Knights. But he was also playing Soup.
All right. Okay. So would that count then?
Well, I don't know. In this.
Oh, in this.
Different Dave.
Yeah. Matthew Judge is winning. He's got Imperial Knights as well. But is it Imperial Knights? Is it just the majority? Are they going to do exactly the same as ITC, which would make sense?
No, he actually does play like full Knights, I'm pretty sure. I think he plays the 13-14 Army list.
Right, okay. Fair. Best Nurgle, best Renegades, best Lanesh. There's so many factions everyone can compete for.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting because it's kind of like, hopefully it doesn't like start being like, well, we don't care about the ITC, we only care about the UK TC, and hopefully there's like no animosity between the two. Hopefully it's just a nice way for people to get some cool prizes.
If I was Reese and I saw that website was literally my website, I think I might be a little... I might have a little animosity in this one.
I would, yeah.
Like, bro, come on. Formatting, at least,
Yeah, at least just like make it look a bit different. I've just been on the event submission form.
Right.
That was fun.
And how?
That's it. The end.
Nice.
I'm sure it'll get sorted though. But it seems like a really cool idea.
I love the idea. I genuinely do, and I think the execution will be fine. Remember, Pessimistic J is a thing of the past. I'm sure this will be absolutely spot on and just a great thing for everyone.
It's only been up for like 2 weeks or something, hasn't it? So
yeah, totally.
So it should be quite interesting when there's a few more events under everyone's belts, when events can run properly, like especially when like GTs and majors start coming out. Because it'll make events in the UK have a little bit more weight to them. Because at the minute you play like an RTT and you're like, oh, I've scored 200 points, but then someone who's played in like a 500 player tournament in the US. Hey, thank you much for the cheer, Tara. I really appreciate it.
Hey,
like people who play like a 500 man tournament but will come like 200th, they'll get more points than you, even though you just won a Rogue Trader tournament.
Yeah. One of the things that I quite like, and I think we touched upon this in the episode we just talked about tournaments in general, is the fact that we're starting to get a few more larger events over here. It's definitely giving us the potential to compete with some of the big events in the US. And historically, the Americans have had probably quite a lot of GTs and majors in the 100-player category.
Yeah.
But probably only about, let's say, 6 to 8 events in the 200+ player category. But some of those have been like 1,000 players.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It does get crazy sized out there. But this means that if you do well in your games of 40k, then you don't have to worry too much about the global rankings. You don't have to worry about what's going on in different countries. If you're someone that's unable to travel, you don't get the slight, I'm really good, but I'm ranked like 400th in the world because I can't go to XYZ country.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like it. It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And if you're really good and you can travel, go and win Best in Faction, Blood Angels here in the UK, and win it in the ITC.
Yeah.
Apparently that's what it takes to become a professional coach these days as well. So
win one 24-man event, and then everyone thinks you're really good.
Yeah, that's it. In a year where there's no tournaments, as long as you played in 2, you'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly. It was quite funny because
you can start coaching now.
I did that seminar the other day for coffee time, and I had like a slide where it was like, why should you listen to me? And I put down, because I've won quite a few events, but I felt like a right dickhead for bragging about it. And everyone else is like, oh, yeah, I won a 24-man event, so I'm going to start coaching. I'm like, okay, fair enough.
GG, bro.
Yeah, bizarre. I just want to address the elephant in the room that has already been addressed. Yes, I'm very sunburned. We went over it at the start of the stream. I went outside to play some Garden Hammer.
No. It's a Snapchat filter. All right, he's just angling for some sympathy.
Guys,
it's all filters.
Okay, let's do it properly. All right, if
he's got pre-processing.
1 second. I need a good song. You
could have The Red by Chevelle.
What's a good one?
Essentially, all this is that Mikey was roasted so bad recently. This is what's happened.
Okay. This one is a good one. Guys in chat, listen.
Yeah, definitely.
Listen, guys in chat. This weekend, I got super injured. Look on my arms. I'm in pain, right? And this is what happens. This is what happens when people don't prime sub for very quickly. You need to Hey, that's a cheer, Forge Breaker. This is what happens to me when people don't use their Amazon Prime and subscribe for free. Look, I'm in agony right now because no one's primed in at least 30 minutes. Thanks for the host, Jake. So look, I'll suffer through this pain without a prime, and it's okay. I'll do that for you. I'll do that for you guys. It does hurt though, being without a prime. Thank you very much for the cheer. I'll be back because I'm begging for primes and then people are cheering. Thank you very much for the cheers. Really appreciate it.
Please support me, but those who have literally just supported me, I'm just going to give you the merest amount of my attention.
Thank you very much, Tara. Thank you very much, Forge Breaker. Thank you very much, Weather Fnerds. Really appreciate it. Very, very cool. Thank you very much to Scuba Steve for the follow as well. We've got a hype train. We've got a hype train going on Twitch. Epic. Woo. Hey, Forge Breaker, thank you very much for the cheer. Really appreciate it. So basically, for those of you who are joining us late, I played in a Ages Sigmar Garden tournament yesterday. So I played 3 games outside in the roasting sun. It wasn't roasting when I set off, but it was foggy and cloudy. And then I got there, and it was still foggy and cloudy. And then I played a game, and it was no longer foggy and cloudy. So here we are. Here we are, having a great time. Hey, Weather for Oz, thank you very much for the cheer, man. Thanks for 5 bits. Very cool.
Also, I'm quite impressed with this. Out of the entirety of Twitch chat, the only person that reacted to you calling yourself an elephant was Forge Breaker.
How was it?
Yeah, so fair play, guys. Well done. You controlled that like champs. Absolute champs.
Brilliant. Hey, Gumballina, thank you very much for the sub. Hell yeah, 4 months in a row. I'll sub to Twitch 2 out of sympathy. I agree, that is what you should do. Varat breaks his neck, breaks his back. Mikey gets sunburned. Mikey goes to sympathy. Lol, classic. Yeah, I'm known for that sympathy revenue. But man,
Varat just hold the line, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Stay on the wall.
Everyone says I copy Varat, so I thought I'd give it a go.
I think it's the other way around. You know, isn't it you that broke your back in a car accident first?
This is very true. Yeah, I was pointing to a dreadnought first, and then thankfully I didn't have to have a neck brace or anything. But yeah,
it's just a sympathy neck brace.
Shout out to
totally that.
Absolute legend. Hey, thank you very much for the cheer. Really appreciate it, Forge Breaker. 200 bits. Hell yeah, thank you very much, dude. You just missed 69% though. What can I say?
What you're going to have to do now is get the 690% of a level 5 hype train. That's the only way to do this.
420% will do. Oh, brilliant. Now, thank you very much for all the bits, guys. Really appreciate it. So, the UKTC, before we round that out too much, it sounds like a really, really cool idea. I imagine most events in the UK will sign up for it because...
Why would you not?
It doesn't make a difference. It's not like if an event is UKTC, it can't be submitted to ITC as well.
Yeah.
That'd be the only problem with it, I think. If, like I mentioned, hopefully there's no animosity between anyone about it. Because if then they went, oh yeah, if you're UKTC, you can't submit to the ITC, that might cause an issue. But as long as we don't see that, I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's down to the organisers to, obey Rule 1, though.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as everyone obeys Rule 1,
yeah,
no issues anywhere.
Everyone knows Rule 1. So
yeah. If you don't know Rule 1, then you're guilty of not following Rule 1.
You're not following Rule 1. But like my events are going to be EKTC again. There's like literally, it might take me like another 5 minutes to submit scores. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, fair enough.
Well, you can register for it, and that might be tricky, right?
well, yeah, but hopefully come August, we should be all right.
What do you want to know if they're doing? Because this is something that the ITC does. It's just tournament organisers, especially over here, just don't do it. Do you know what the ITC hobby track is?
I am aware of what the hobby track is. So it's like essentially like you get scores for having like nicely painted armies, right? It's essentially the same as the ITC, but for hobby, right?
Exactly. Imagine a best painted award at a tournament, but it's one that you can accrue by going to loads of tournaments and being given like painting scores essentially that you can have for a season. So it's not just like, well done, you've won the ITC, you're the best player. It's not like best Space Marine player, it's just best painter.
Yeah.
You know? And there's a few events that do this in the ITC, but I have never once been to a UK event that has had painting scores. And I didn't want to do it at my own event because I'd feel a little bit of a Rule 1 breaker if I did that.
Your own event, you can't enter, can you? Hey, thank you very much for the cheer.
Exactly.
The Forge Breaker, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for 200 bits. Again, thank you.
So I wonder if they're going to have a similar thing. There's no news on it here on their webpage. But I think it'd be really cool as well because I want to see the hobby being put forward. Yeah. Always. That's the entire point of my business model, the painting and the coaching and everything else. It's all about pushing the hobby.
Yeah.
So I'd love it if that was the case. So come on, if you're anything to do with the UKTC and you happen to be listening or you watch this VOD, then get hobby scores on there as well. Do it.
Thank you very much for the bit, Weatherford Odds. Yeah, it's surprising that no one does the UKTC, but then again, as a tournament organizer who should do it, I don't really know how it works. So it's something I need to look into.
It's not publicised, is it?
No.
If you watch the FLG's, oh god, what do they call it? Their podcast.
Yeah, Signals from the Front Line.
Then they talk about it. Signals from the Front Line. Thank you. They talk about it briefly every show, and that's it.
Yeah.
So,
because I know like Jim Vessel's won it like twice now, I think.
Yeah, Jim's a decent painter.
Yeah,
exactly. And I think there's a lot of people out there that could really give him a run for his money. I'm not talking about myself at this point, though I'd like to think I'm capable of. But look at all of the tournament players that you go that maybe are going because they're like, well, you know what, I might not be able to win the event, but I've got a really banging army, so I'll come away with best painted. That'd be awesome. Exactly. So come on, let's get a hobby track. For 2021, we've all had 6 fucking armies that we've all painted in lockdown, right? Right? Anyone painted an army in lockdown?
That's funny because I'm seeing pictures. I'm seeing pictures of people like playing. I'm like, and then I was sort of like half-built models and unpainted armies. I'm just like, what have you been doing for the past year and a half? Like, fair enough, we all need the new units, but
let's go. Turn that hobby time into hobby prizes. Yeah,
I think it'd be really cool. So let us know if you'd enter. Are you going to be entering a UKTC? Is it something you're interested in? If you are in the UK, if you're not in the UK, do you wish your country was doing something similar? We're breaking it down. Do you have enough events to do it? Like again, in the UK, we're having like a major every other week by what it feels like. Anyway, there's been one launched in Manchester today.
That's right, Manchester GT.
We had a commentary GT sponsored last week's stream. March.
In March.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, bro, but for me, a 10-month lead time on buying a tournament ticket.
Yeah.
When we have no idea whether we're going to be able to run events even this summer. Like on the news today, there was lots of we probably shouldn't stop lockdown in
June.
like a month.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy a ticket for an event 10 months down the line. I'm still waiting to go to events from the April before this one that I haven't had refunds for, or like any solid concrete like date for the event to be reheld. And I understand why entirely. I'm not whinging about that. I get it, but
I was about to say I'm so glad I'm not on that list anymore.
Yeah, well,
I'm recently
like 600 quid into tournament tickets right now.
Yeah,
I'm not going even further than that. That's madness.
I mean, it's fair enough. I mean, they keep selling out, so why wouldn't you? But again,
I think Coventry still got some tickets. But...
Yeah. Exclamation point CGT. That code still works, by the way.
Yeah, I was totally setting you up for that. I'm a good wingman.
Not sponsored on this stream, but if you do use it, it does still work. But yeah, so I've only bought tickets to the London Grand Tournament, which is in September, right? And then
yes, it's the end of September.
It's just Hellstorm in capitals. That's and does. I thought it was Hellstorm 10. My apologies.
You thought that the other one was? Oh, that was the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pardon me.
What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm going to the London Grand Tournament, and then I'm covering the Goonhammer Open in October, and then I'm covering the Gibraltar GT in November. But I don't have any other events planned as of yet. There's loads of events happening around then, which I could probably go to.
In November?
Just in general, at that time of year.
The Jib GT in November?
I think it's... Oh, no, it's not in November, is it? It's in
July.
July, yeah. I'm going to No Retreat in November. My apologies.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Same place.
That makes a lot more sense. I'm like, hang on a minute. In November, I might be able to go. Like, I'm keeping that ticket.
Same place. No, so Gibraltar's like next month, I think. Well, July.
It is July. Yeah.
Gibraltar GC. So I'm covering that one.
It's the middle of July.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm covering one in July. I'm running some in August. I'm going to one in September. I'm covering one in October. And then covering one in November. Which is like my year planned, basically.
Pretty much.
I got nothing, that's it.
I try and do an event every month when obviously the world isn't like turning to shit. I don't have one for July because I can't really justify going to a foreign country right now. I've got your event in August. I've got an event in June. I have 2 events in September, one of which is overseas, which I'm still unsure about, but hopeful. Yeah. And obviously the LGT. And then Goonhammer in October. November, I would do the Coventry GT, but that's the weekend of my girlfriend's birthday, so I'm just gonna not on that one.
Yeah.
So, but there's loads about, and if you're anyone in the chat that's like, you know what, tournaments just seem to be one of those places where it's like a breeding ground of a-holes and all that. Honestly, it's not. It really isn't.
No,
so
it's really good. Really good.
Just go and have fun. You'll meet some great people. You'll make some friends, and that's a lot of what the hobby is about, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. But going off it, I'm not buying tickets that far ahead. I'm just like, I just can't plan that far ahead. It's not even I'm not even worried about like pandemic because like that far ahead, it should be okay. Hopefully, you know, I probably can attend an event in March next year, but I just can't think that far ahead. I've got stuff to do, you know.
Yes, I muted to make sure that people have to deal with my power drilling. But, cool. Yeah, exactly.
I just feel like I've got stuff to do.
It's difficult to justify that one.
So I'll probably, if like March comes, at like beginning of March, and then everyone's like, I'm going to March GT, I might try and grab a ticket.
That's kind of the way I'm going to handle it as well. We'll get down to sort of December, make sure everything's fine, and like, yeah, sure, now I'll pick up a ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
Tournaments, I don't know if you've noticed this, but tournaments are getting a little bit more expensive, and I think it's fine for certain perspectives. I'd pay extra to go to a good venue, good terrain, but I have noticed just in general tickets being a little bit more. Like the event I've got at the Glass House, I think was something like 40 quid, 2 days, lunch included. That's dirt cheap. That's crazy. Then I've got an event elsewhere that's 2 days, no food, £50. Right. What am I actually getting for that? And if we've got so many more tournaments coming up, what is going to make you, like you people in the chat, you people listening on YouTube, whatever, what's going to make you go, you know what, I'm going to choose this tournament over this one? Is it size, location, the people that are running it? What's the most important thing for you? What's for you is making you go, that's the one for me?
Also, hi, Mr. Valrak. Hope you're doing well. He says there should be more doubles tournaments. I agree there should be more doubles tournaments. Hopefully.
I'd love more team tournaments.
Yeah, doubles and team tournaments are fun. So
teams are great.
Yeah. But in all honesty, I'm kind of like... The problem is I'd probably come across as a dickhead because I am a tournament organizer, but I think tournaments are too cheap. I think because they just don't generate any income because there's so much to put into them that just cost a lot, you know? Like, again, like we spoke about, like, organising a venue a couple of weeks ago, where you're looking like a couple of grand to book a venue.
You need and then up front as well. That's
exactly.
That's the hard part, isn't it?
Yeah. So, like, 50 quid is what we used to charge, and we used to do food, but we just can't afford it anymore. It just doesn't make any money, you know? I'm spending money to be there. So
that's the other thing that's the opportunity cost that you are having to throw in as well, because you're not doing whatever it is you would normally be doing work-wise.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is there's going to be like a real fine balance because everything is going to be more expensive. Everything's going to go up. We've just gone through a pandemic, you know, like everything's going to be more expensive. Tournaments, including like normal food, like food and normal running bills as well, are going to be more expensive, so it is going to feel a bit harsh. But it's kind of like
have you drunk your mandatory 126 pints this week to support the economy?
Yeah, save the economy. Yeah, you have to click the stream to save the economy. That's all. Watch your adverts. Save the economy.
There you go.
But the thing is like there'll be a fine balance if a shop's putting up their prices, they've just probably got more bills to pay. But if you're paying more for an event, like if you're paying like there's two events and there's one that's like 40 quid for the weekend, food included, and then there's one that's like 60 quid for the weekend, like food not included. You'd expect the £60 one to be more grandiose, like not held in a shop. It should be held in like a nice venue. It should have very good terrain. It should have really nice boards. It should be well spacious. It should be like really good amenities to go to, like bars and stuff like that. It should feel like a really like high class type of event. Whereas if you're in a shop, you probably expect to pay less because you're in a shop. You know, they're already paying the rent on that place. They're already like everything's.
They're making money off the sales for people just being there. Because let's be honest, like that. If you go to a tournament, you're probably ending up walking home with some toy soldiers and a book or whatever as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, whereas like again, if you're like paying a bit more, you should expect like a really like grand experience, in my opinion. And that's something that I aim for, you know. Yes, I hold my events in a shop, so I probably sound like I'm talking out my ass once again. It's very difficult to do, but at the same time, it's not like I'm using like shop terrain. You know, I'm like putting on like WTC boards and stuff like that, or like custom made. You know, so. It's a funny one, though. Definitely a funny one.
Even events at a place local to me that is a shop that people do run a lot of events at. It's a shop that is a massive gaming hall with kind of a shop attached to it. So I think there as well, it doesn't feel like you're in a shop. Whereas my local is a shop with room for, well, it was a shop with room for a few tables. That was a very different experience. So,
yeah. So what do you think? Are you like on the same wavelength as I am for like tournaments? Expensive tournaments should like feel more like a grand thing, or is it something else you're looking for? You personally, and then we'll ask the chat as well.
So I am always down for going and playing toy soldiers, and for me, I don't really care about the price, and that's not a flex. It's just I really like that aspect of the hobby, so for me, it's always worth it. I'm quite happy to spend 50 quid to go to an event for 2 days, and I made it sound like I didn't a minute ago, but 25 quid a day to go and entertain yourself. Try doing that in a theme park.
Well, yeah.
You know, go to the movies for Christ's sake. Good luck on that one.
There's no queues in a tournament, is there?
Yeah, exactly. Admittedly, the rides are a little long, but that's fine. There's no minimum height requirement, which is just as well.
No, exactly.
But yeah, for me, I'm always down to go to the tournament. I think if it was starting to get to sort of 70 quid for an event, I'd maybe have to start thinking about which ones I would go to. And for me, it would come down to what am I going to get the most out of an event? Am I going because it's near a mate's house and we're going to chill out and have fun? That would be probably top of the list. Am I going because it's a 250 person event and there's a shit ton of ITC points up for grabs? That's probably next consideration. I don't know where the rest would come, but yeah, I'm fine with it. But also on top of that, I do end up paying for things like obviously fuel to get to and from.
Oh yeah, that's just the initial cost, right?
For 2 nights. Yeah. So a tournament does really stack up for me. Let's take the LGT as an example, right? Because that's a big place, big event. Ticket was I just say 50 quid because I bought it about a year and a half ago.
Yeah. They were 50 quid before the pandemic, and they are still 50 quid.
There you go. That's good. That's good. That's what it should be.
I bought mine a couple of months ago. So
my accommodation, I think it's going to cost me about 160 for the couple of days that are there. Fuel's going to be about 30 quid. Then eating out on top. So that weekend is probably going to cost me, all told, £350.
Yeah, for sure.
Could go on a small holiday for that if you wanted, but
yeah, you could.
I'm not going to have as much fun if I'm not at a tournament. So
yeah. And that's the thing. There is a lot of hidden costs. Well, not even hidden costs. It's just like the tournament ticket price isn't the only cost. Unless you're staying at home, if there's one really local. But as Datsun Des has said, the accommodation always triples the price. Imagine you paid 70 quid for your LGT ticket. That's added up. It's still nearly 400 quid now, you add an extra 20 quid on there. So you're closer to 400, but imagine if you didn't have to pay for the accommodation. It's 70 quid. It's of course, bargain comparatively, So it's quite interesting because, again, because there's all these GTs popping up all over the country, run by Zach and the LGT crew or whoever it is, they're kind of eliminating that cost, really, because why travel to London, of all places, one of the most expensive places in the country, to play a tournament where you got to pay accommodation that's going to be 3 to 4 times the price of the ticket to get in, when you could just go to one that's up the road, where you could probably stay somewhere cheap because it's in the north, for example, which is relatively cheap compared, or you could stay at home and drive over, like I could probably do for the Manchester GT. I could probably just drive over there. It's an hour away. I probably won't if I do go. I'll probably get a hotel so I can have a beer, but if you think about it in that way, if I lived in Manchester, I could spend all that money on beer, or gin in my case, but
I mean, I'd probably spend it all on a security guard to stand by my car if that was the case. But who doesn't love Manchester? But I think you're absolutely right there. You don't have to necessarily do a lot of travelling. I'll say if you live in the Midlands and upwards, because there's not very many events in the south. We've got one really big event, which is the Entoyment Beachhead Brawl, which would take place in February.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we get to see a few more events down south. But the difficulty with running events down here is that it is more expensive to hire venues, and therefore ticket prices have to go up. But what that means is if we start seeing ticket prices just in general increase, then maybe some people down here will be like, well, you know what? People are paying it.
Yeah.
Let's give it a punt.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting though. But let me know what you guys think. Well, I'm going to go through the chat now. So have you got some opinion about tournament ticket prices? Do you think they're reasonable? Do you think they got a little bit of room to go up? Do you think they should come down? let us know. I'm going to quickly go through.
Tell us what you'd expect for your money as well. Like, what's like, I'll pay this, and this is my expectation for
what would you pay? What would you pay and for how much? Realistically, talking about like weekend events, but like probably like a 1-day event, 20 to 25 quid is quite reasonable to me. As long as the price, I think the price support is very important for like a 1-day event. The terrain's got to be good, but if you're paying 25 quid, the price support's got to be good.
For me, I always run my events with a prize. Like third place should still get to play for free.
Yeah, 100%.
And then second and first should be ahead of that, you know.
And by that, Jay means wins the same amount. So if you pay 20 quid to get in, you should win a £20 prize for coming third, which is cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Besides which, I came third at one of your tournaments. I don't think I won jack shit actually.
We will have done a prize for third. It might have been like a start collecting, but then first will have won an apocalypse box or something. You sure you didn't win a start collecting, then give it away?
Yeah, recently. No, this is a good, obviously, but they're secondary to having fun. And to be fair, I went to your event specifically because I'd had a losing record at one of my own events. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this. I have to go and have an event, and went 3-0. So, all right, Brilliant. We're good. It's okay. It's a blip. That's fine. That's all I wanted from that day. Was some validation.
That's it. Place an order with 3D board games. Appreciate it, man. !3D if you want to find out how to get some cool squad markers for your army. #ad. A good tournament for me will be one that's quite close, so location, and a tournament that is really unique and brings something different to standard games at the game store. Well, yeah, that's what you kind of hope at a tournament. You'd expect to meet loads of new people. Again, if you've never been to a tournament, you can watch my seminar from yesterday. It's 50 minutes, but it's broken down into chapters, so you can jump to the bits you want to watch, which is fun.
You say broken down into chapters. Which one was the Blood Ravens one?
All of it.
Okay, so it's all stolen, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Looking a bit raw there. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. I am quite raw today. It's not very good. Again, look what happens when I don't get a Prime sub. That's a joke, by the way. It just happens. I heard tournament organisers need to charge more for tickets so they can afford sun cream and after sun. Pay that extra tenner so they don't look like a lobster. Brilliant. Thanks, Steve.
Oh, that had to be Steve. Yeah.
Of course it does. £50 for 2 days entertainment is fine for me. I used to go to EGX every year. A day ticket was £24. I used to go for 2 days, and all you're doing is paying to queue up for 2 hours at a time to play a game 3 months early. EGX, what's that one?
European Games Expo or something like that.
Might be, yeah. But there you go. Like you're paying 48 quid there, and you got to sit in a queue. You know?
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting. Anyone else having issue close with the stream? Yes, I look like a salmon. Man's a bit hot. Yes, I know. I'm quite aware. Look at my hand. You can see it. I'm spoiled. I live in Vegas. Height for LVO. Oh, nice, man. At least you don't have to travel far for it.
Yeah, that's true. On the minus side, you do live in the desert.
Yeah.
So, it makes everything else a little bit more tricky.
How far would you travel? Would you fly to the continent for a tournament? So both me and Jay have been...
We have.
Been to Europe to play Gibraltar and Holland. And I've also been to Las Vegas Open. I went last year. So I've been to the US to play a tournament, you know. It was kind of go to the US as well.
This year, but that was a no-go for the obvious reasons.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't mind traveling. I literally I've covered events in different countries. We've both been to Prague just to cover events.
Yeah, we have.
I forgot about that.
Just to Warhammers for 3 days, 2 days.
Yeah, you have also been to the Iron place. Yeah, exactly, Viking.
The Iron, yes.
The Iron place. The Iron cage. So yeah, we've been all over to play all cover tournaments together. So
the way I look at that is always like I'll look for a tournament that's somewhere I've never been, and I'll try and go there. So the reason I'm going back to the Alliance Open this year is because the guys are great. I love them to bits. They support me. I support them. Sponsoring their painting contest for an airbrush, an Iowata Eclipse, good prize. It's in a different place than last time. It's in a place called Utrecht, which I've never been to. So we'll give it a go.
Why not?
But otherwise, I want to go and do Malmo. out in Sweden. I've been to Malmo, but
Yeah,
I
I'd
literally
like to go
visited a
there.
friend's house in Malmo, and that was it. And to be fair, he did a great barbecue, but I'd like to see more of, you know. I'm sure I'll find places in Germany and Spain to go, you know, just to go see a different part of the world, and also happen to be at a place in Games of Warhams. The only downside with going overseas is carrying trophies back is always a little tricky.
Oh, is it? Oh, so hard.
Like,
So hard to
the best thing to
bring
do
all my
is
cool
to drop
prizes.
a trophy before you get out of the gaming venue, so it's easier in your case. So
Just slide it into a gap then.
that's right. You just pack it with some socks around. You're good.
Brilliant, brilliant. One day with good prizes, 30 quid with raffle. Says Bill Tong Boo. Quite expensive for a one-day event, but again, if it's
I raffle. Do you mean you're like paying extra for that?
Or do you mean you put into a raffle for that?
Yeah. Because I would probably have a cheaper event and no raffle given the option.
Magoo says I've got tickets for end of August Hellstorm and Goonhammer. For the money I pay for each ticket, I expect all the effort for it to run smoothly, enough TOs to cover, and great terrain. Yeah, I think that's like kind of like what you should expect, you know, minimum standard. Like I make it quite clear at my own events where like there's multiple tournament organizers like walking around the event, which doesn't happen at most events. That
was something I was just going to ask about. Well, not to say ask about, but talk about. Magoo's got a brilliant point there. Adequate number of TOs. What's the adequate number of TOs? I mean, if you've got like a per player per TO like ratio, 10-1, 5-1,
which is tough. And I think the problem is because in my opinion tournaments are too cheap and they don't make any money. It's hard to pay people to come and organize, be a TO because at the end of the day they're giving up their weekend.
Thankless task.
Yeah, you can only ask people to do so much for free, you know what I mean? And giving up 2 entire days to walk around for 9 hours is a lot, you know? Yeah. That's a lot.
It's a hard job.
So you kind of need to like pay these people, you know? It's
not always a fun job either, let's be honest, because sometimes you're called to the table because you don't want to be, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So that's just like lots of costs that people don't realize they're included. And that's one of them. Staff costs, always the most expensive one. Going to the Goonhammer Open, we've saw that Airbnb was far cheaper than a hotel. Nice, Kev. Deowag says, most I'll ever pay for a weekend event is 65 to 70, and I'd expect food to be provided in that price tag. For a one-day event, no more than 25 tops.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
For the one-day event, it's tough to get food provided for a 2-day event, because as someone that's been a chef for a very long time, there's lots you have to consider when planning a menu for a large group of people.
Oh yeah.
You've got vegan, vegetarian, normal, nut allergy, gluten intolerant, and celiac, and all these other things that come in. Like, I've got to make sure I can get a menu that's out that hits at least like 3 choices, so that all of those people have got an option. If not, they're going to have to come and have to do things like individually for them as well, and that adds to the cost.
It's a nightmare.
It's a lot of organisation.
I've done it for 80. It's a nightmare. No, bigger.
You know, mate, I think the biggest meal I ever served was 250 people, and the planning that went into that was about the same amount of planning that went into the invasion of Normandy, I'm sure. But it was crazy how organised you have to be for that.
Yeah, exactly. If everyone thinks they are reasonable, they are too cheap. If they sell out in a day, they are too cheap. They need to go up, in my opinion. And that's basic marketing. Well, basic business, right, Steve?
Yeah.
If they are selling out in a day, then clearly the price is great. So
it's either that or the demand is still high enough, right? But
yeah, it's very
how
fine
much
balance,
do you want to push it? You know?
Yeah, it's a very fine balance because like. If you obviously the demand's there because everyone wants to get out, but if there's so many tournaments and one person's pushing their prices up and no one else is, then obviously you're not going to sell them as fast. So, where people are honest and they starting out running tournaments, I can forgive them if they make that clear when I buy it. That's fair. I wish I could put my tickets up a bit, but they are max capacity of 28 at the moment. venue has 14 tables.
Do you think that based on that, then are you saying? I don't know who that was in the chat. I'm sorry.
That's Gargoyles
Are you
on YouTube.
saying that you have a upper limit you'd pay for an event that's capped in size? Like, I suppose a better way to ask that would be: would you pay more for a GT than you would for a major? Oh, sorry, other way around. Pay more for a major than you would for a GT.
So does the amount of players affect your cost, in your opinion, chat, or is it just like where, when, what's there?
Yeah. That's an interesting one, though. I'd like to hear a few people's opinions on that, because I think that's fine, because the venue has to be bigger, therefore it's going to cost more. But then equally, you can make the argument that they're selling more tickets because they've got more people. So there's a method to potentially keep costs lower by having more tickets to sell.
Yeah.
To be fair, the risk is also a lot higher. So from my perspective, I would be happy to support someone that's taking a punt on filling that hall full of people, and give them some extra cash for it.
No, it's interesting. I think it's an interesting conversation, and I think it's a hard one as well, because everyone wants a bargain, you know. It's fine. Everyone wants the same money. It's one of those things. So I think it's a hard conversation to have. Hey guys, I've taken a break from the hobby and haven't been in a store since last July. Are hobby stores allowing games now? Or are there still restrictions? Depending where you are, Zach. In the UK, you can play in store in some places. You have to speak to the shop. It all depends on the shop these days. There's like restrictions on how many people can be in a shop at one time and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's one of the main things, isn't it? But we've seen a few tournaments already happening in the UK, which personally I disagree with, but I'm not gonna rant about that.
Yeah. It's real sketchy right now for events, because there's like very let's say unclear wording, let's put it that way, and minor, I don't know, it's strange. Because I can see the arguments on both sides.
I want to play games too.
Don't
get me wrong.
And I was considering running an event next month, but I'm not going to be anymore. I'm going to wait until the restrictions are dropped before I run anything. So it's all a bit weird. So just be careful. Take your due diligence, And if you're in the UK, wear a mask inside.
Yourself.
And others. So
yeah, for sure.
Oh, did someone get sprayed in the face by Mephiston Red? Yes. I knew this would happen. I know I should have wore a bag on my head or something. Would have got less attention.
Maybe you should give it a try next week.
Thanks, mate. I'll just wear Speedwagon, the pillowcase. I'll just wear this for the rest of the stream.
Brilliant.
It fell off. There we go. I am Speedwagon.
You look fantastic.
Thanks. I can't see the chat anymore.
That has literally nothing to say about this, so I think you should just carry on with it on.
It was like when I got my hair cut for the first time, wasn't it? And I just started the stream with it just looking at my neck.
Oh, God.
I look like a kidnapping victim. Yeah, it's fair enough. Please, guys, please prime so I can get out of this hostage situation.
I think you've taken it to an entirely different level now.
Yeah. Moisturizer through your hair. Yeah, probably a little bit of moisturizer in my hair. That's definitely what it is. My local GW is pretty small. Basically, just 3 tables with shelves surrounding them along the walls. Doubt they'll be running games, but I'll check with them. Yeah, I'm not sure about like GW stores in particular.
Yeah. From memory, most GW stores won't or don't allow games. Smaller ones for definite, like this for intro and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not sure. It all depends on the shop, so make sure you speak to them before you go down. Okay, so that was a nice conversation. Are tournaments too cheap? Great. Also, I uploaded my Warhammer Plus is going to fail short on YouTube, and it did great. And I posted it on TikTok, and it's got more views on TikTok than it has on YouTube.
It's not a surprise. YouTube Shorts are still emerging, we'll say. Whereas TikTok is a global fucking phenomenon.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what it means. I don't know how TikTok works. I don't know if how many views it's got is good. But follow me on TikTok, Hellstorm Mikey.
There you go.
Okay. Shall we do a community roundup? There's been a lot.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's go and chat about how sisters will be doing it to everyone else.
Okay. Or do I do orcs? Which one?
Let's let a chat decide. Do a quick poll. Let chat decide. Which ones you want, chat?
Type 1 for orcs, type 2 for sisters. While I do the ad read. This stream is sponsored by 3D Board Game Accessories. They make super cool little squad markers like this on this Space Marine, and this one on this Space Marine, and this one on this Space Marine to separate units on the board, because when your models are all painted the same, except for the little lines on the shoulder pad, that you can't see them from a distance, and neither can your opponent. But these little base clips separate units really easily. Use exclamation point 3D, or there's a link in the description to check out the website. They make loads of cool stuff, such as the squad markers, making them in a range of all shapes and sizes and colours, which is really cool. They're really cheap, and you can get a discount if you use code Hellstorm at checkout. So use code Hellstorm at checkout. There's a link in the description, or exclamation point 3D to get that link. And thank you very much to 3D Board Game Accessories for sponsoring the stream. I nailed that.
That was bad. That wasn't bad.
I absolutely nailed that.
You did good.
There you go.
Do some more bass in your voice next time, but
okay, it's looking like a lot of
your voice on.
Yeah, looking like a lot of ones, I'd say.
Do you remember what 1 was and what 2 was?
1 was orcs.
All right, let's do it.
Thanks for the follow, Tara. I really appreciate it. Follow me on TikTok at Hellstorm Mikey. Go watch my video. Is it a video on TikTok? Go watch my TikTok.
And watch his Vine.
Go watch my Vine. Do it for the Vine. Okay, let's have a look at some orcs.
Basically what it is, right?
So orcs have had some previews this week. Also, sisters are on pre-order this week out of nowhere once again. But orcs have had a stat line change.
Well, not yet. Not yet. Don't go start playing your games with this stat line. Chill. Hold on.
So obviously we spoke about orcs, and these beast snaggers are supposed to be like bigger and stronger, and we were like, oh, they're gonna have 2 wounds, you know?
I was dead set against the fact they were never gonna have 2 wounds.
What, beast snaggers? Not the normal orc boys.
Yeah, I said, but none one of them will have 2 wounds, because a horde army with potentially units of 30 having 60 wounds would be a very bad thing for the game.
But they're not getting that whatsoever. They're getting T5 on the normal boys.
Yeah.
T5.
Which is mental.
That's huge. It's huge.
Like, it is very, very good. Like, the rest of their stats haven't really changed at all. In fact, they haven't changed at all.
Extra attack? No, I don't think so. No, I think they have 2 attacks.
No, I did wonder about that, but I think they got their extra attack in 8th. I think that T5 for orcs is a massive thing for the game. Mostly because it will allow Games Workshop to shift heavy intercessors into marine armies like there's been no tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know why you needed them? Well, guess what? Now you do!
Get your credit card out, boys!
You can't buy them. Valrax bought them all. But yeah, T5 is a great way around it, because the whole point of orcs is that they are super tough. If you read the fluff, and this is one of my favorite things about 9th edition in general, is that more armies are behaving like they do in the stories, and it is awesome.
Yeah.
In the fluff, an orc loses an arm and then kicks you in the nuts. And still keeps kicking you in the nuts, you know.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's great.
Yeah.
Means a lot for the game though. It means your average infantryman who most of the time has either a strength 3 or strength 4 weapon, is now at a disadvantage. Now, strength 3 guys, you guard players out there that are apparently salty at everything right now. You don't care. This is good for you. This is fine for you. No one gives a monkey's. Guard lasguns rule. But your sisters' armies full of strength 4 bolt guns. Your marine armies full of strength 4 bolt guns. Your death guard full of strength 4 bolt guns. All of these are suddenly going to suffer against orcs.
Yeah. I think this is like a nice balance, because they were on about making them tougher, but they're not tough as Space Marines. But like giving them T5 is like a nice mid ground, because it just means they're not going to die as quickly, but with the right weaponry they still will, which they should. You know, because if you got like a 30-man horde, again, it's like 2 wounds on normal orc boys would have been too much. I agree.
100%.
I was surprised at beast snaggers, which we'll go on to in a minute, but because I was expecting them to be like orc knobs, and then knobs to be bigger than that.
I think you're saying that, and you thought lobs might go to 3 wounds.
Yeah. But
no, I think leaving it at T5 is good, because orcs have got easy access to feel no pains, and even just on a 6, 2 wounds makes it very difficult to shift that unit.
Oh yeah, there isn't enough rate of fire for damage 2 out there. There's a lot of it for killing Space Marines, but Space Marines come in units of 5, whereas these are in like units of, like units of 30. But then obviously we've seen beast snaggers as well, which have a very similar stat line, barring the fact they are also strength 5. However, they get +1 to hit against vehicles and monsters, because they don't like vehicles and monsters, and they have a 6+ invulnerable save, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. And that second part for me is the key, because it means that you don't have to run your army as Death Skulls. You don't need that super lucky tattoo or whatever the rule is for that. And that just gives them that extra bit of durability. Like having an invuln save on a 6 isn't a big deal. It really isn't. It means that you have 17% damage reduction across the board, basically, and that's the end of. Unless you're playing sisters, and we'll come on to that in a second. But it just gives them that little extra bit of survivability, and it means you'll probably lose 1 or 2 less a turn. The thing that I'm kind of interested in about all of this is, are beast snaggers going to be troops? And are they going to be core?
Yeah, are they going to be core? Are they going to be troops? Are you going to be able to take them in units of 30? I don't think so. I think they're going to be like units of 20, maybe.
Yeah, I thought that too. Because they feel a little bit more elite.
Yeah, they feel like orc knobs, right?
Yes and no. I mean, they're. I think some of it is just the model making me think that. Whereas, I mean, if you compare the two, like, it's night and day.
Looking a bit dated over there, little bulk boy.
Yeah, little guy that he is with his power stance, and just got to stay close in at the elbows. I think part of it is just the fact that they look more imposing. They look like an orc knob.
Yeah, the models are just fantastic, Well, most of them.
To be fair, now they've shown the rest. Like right at the top of this article, you've got the guys on the squigs, and they still don't look too much like 40k.
The first one we got, and then they showed this one, which is way better. I love the head smasher. This guy at the back.
Yes,
so cool.
And the knob is. Oh, that was when you were gesturing at. Yes, he's great. Love him.
Yeah, he's got like a plate bolted onto his head.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that's quality.
So yeah.
So there's some weird things with this. I don't know how deep to read into any of this.
It's cool to be an orc player, basically, because T5 across the board means that your orc knobs are probably going to be T5 with 2 wounds. Hey, thank you very much for the member, Rich Beeden. Really appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming a member. Let's get some pockets in the chat. Show off your emotes. Appreciate it. So it's probably safe to say that orc knobs will be 2 wounds at T5, which is really good. Which is really strong. It
probably puts your war bosses to T6, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. War boss at T6. Does this mean the guy with on the drag car?
Yeah, I know the one you mean. The trike.
Yeah, the trike. Death Killer War Trike. Will that be T7? I think it's T6 right now.
It could be.
Yeah, which would be really cool.
They might go a different way with that and just give him more wounds.
Yeah, maybe.
But normally what happens, you give somebody something to ride on and you just up their toughness by 1 and their wounds by 1. So historically it was like Marine biker, Marine's got a stat on 4 toughness, put him a bike, T5, 2 wounds, done. And so they might make it T6 for the cavalry versions of these.
Yeah.
You know, you might end up with a war boss on a vehicle, on a squig, whatever, at T7.
Yeah, which would be really cool.
On the other side of that, if Beast Snagger boys are strength 5, then their knob might be strength 6. Aren't they currently strength 5 for knobs?
I think so, yeah. Yeah,
because they strike at strength 10 with the claws, right?
Claw, yeah. Yeah.
So you might get Beast Snagger knobs. I'm guessing they're not going to have power claws based on a little bit further in the article. But they're probably going to be stronger to 6, which means the war boss is probably strength 7. So suddenly he's looking like, I'm going to smash a Demon Prince for breakfast.
Yeah. Speaking of which, they've released some new weapons. We've got the Chopper, Big Chopper, and Ooge Chopper. And the person who carries that Ooge Chopper is the new war boss that they showed off.
Yeah. And I love that mini. That looks super sick.
So if he's strength 7 base, it means he's swinging at strength 10 -3 and 2 damage.
Yeah.
With a chopper.
With no minus to hit or anything, you know?
No, exactly.
So
the other thing that lets it down is damage 2,
really
but I mean, you're still hitting on 2s, right?
Yeah, cool. It's damage 2, but I would put money on this guy having 6 attacks.
Oh, yeah.
You know, certainly by the time you've like added a few buffs here and there, and he's going to hit with almost all of them because if he hit on 2s, he's going to wound with almost all of them because he's strength 10.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to get it through. He's going to do the job.
Yeah.
But the regular chopper, AP -1 and an extra attack, they've got to start his chainswords.
Yeah, exactly, because currently they are old chainswords, you know? That's what they are right now. And now they've got the extra AP, which is really good. It's one thing that lets orcs down.
Crazy good.
They have a bunch of attacks. They die in droves, but then they hit, and sometimes if you got like a 3-up save, they whiff a little bit, especially against 2 wounds. You like do a couple of wounds, you kill 1 or 2. But now they've got AP, so they're going to be making you 4-up saves, or worse if you're a different army. Making your tanks have a 4 or 5-up save.
Yeah.
Wreck face.
I'll tell you what, Beast Snaggers sound really brutal going into a night. Because if you get, let's say you're taking some casualty on the way in, and you got 15 going in there. Each one's got 2 attacks, 3 with a chopper, probably 4 because something else. So you're looking at 60 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
Cool.
We did 5 at minus.
It's not 6s anymore.
Yeah.
At -1.
-1. Yeah.
Gatling cannons, please.
Help. Gatling cannons, why aren't you 50 shots already? God damn.
Oh, God, I can't wait for that stat line to get updated, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they feel very threatening. Now, obviously, their biggest buff is against vehicles and monsters. We are seeing a few more things come out with monster keywords. I'm not going to say that I think the Paragon armor from Sisters, the new character one, would be a monster, but it's a possibility.
Yeah.
Because GW has shown that they're not afraid to put different keywords on stuff. And I think that's really, really good.
Yeah.
So overall, if you're an orc player, let's say a current orc player, you should be kind of excited. If you're a brand new orc player that's about to start collecting orcs, along with everyone else that's like, oh, I wanted to collect orcs in 2nd edition. I just think that now is the right time for me to do so.
Yeah.
Then it's really good because I imagine a lot of the new stuff is probably what you're going to want in the army. You know, in the same way when Primaris came out, that was the stuff you want in the army. When the second wave of Primaris came out, and so on and so on. It's the way the GW business model works, and you've just got to respect their hustle for that. That's
for sure.
It's a good business model, right? Look at their share price.
Well, yeah.
It's good for an orc player right now.
Yeah, because they're bringing out a box set, a Beast Snagger box set, aren't they? Like a where you get
limited edition codex.
You get the codex first before everyone else.
But,
that's
not going to sell out instantly, is it?
No, exactly. So you get the codex early, but you also get like a whole bunch of orcs in there. I think it's like the character that makes Toughness 3 Gretchen better.
Right.
Toughness 3 Gretchen. Cool.
Grots are as tough as a guardsman.
Yeah. It's fair enough.
I think it's totally fine. But anyone that plays Catachans is probably like pouring salt on a forum somewhere right now.
Probably, yeah.
Tiny Grot versus Rambo on roids.
I'm trying to find a picture of the box set. But like I'm like
be on Warcom somewhere.
I'm not really like an orc player, right? I mean, they're all right. They're a fun army, and they're always been there. But I've never thought to myself, I want to paint 90 boys. That just doesn't sound fun to me. You know,
I once had to paint 200 Goth Orc boys for GW.
Yeah,
and that nearly killed me. And as a result of that, the only orc army I'd ever possibly collect, which I've actually been tempted to do more than once, is the Speed Freaks one, where everyone's in a buggy or a truck or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that guy in the middle of there, the Runt Herd, is one of my favourite minis that have been teased so far this year.
Yeah,
I love him. Look at his
he's so cool.
hair. He's epic.
Yeah, but like, obviously, we've got an orc army here, and I'm just like, I'd really enjoy painting this. I think this would be really fun, a really fun project. Because the miniatures are fantastic, you know. So like, if you're an orc player already,
the miniatures are fantastic, and your mouse went to all of the people that aren't on Squigs.
I mean, I love this guy. You know, we've had our complaints about this one, but this guy's cool. He's doing a wheelie. This guy's cool. This guy's amazing. But like all these miniatures are really cool, so this is going to be like a really nice addition to orc players. And again, all of this guaranteed will be very good in the game because you want to sell it. It'll be very good. We're not going to beat around the bush. It will be strong, so you'll probably want it if you're an orc player.
You're going to want it if you're not an orc player.
Yeah,
you'll want to be an orc player.
That's so cool. I love it.
I love it. I'm trying to work this out. Is his third arm just a buzzsaw? Is that an arm?
What?
Or is that a weapon on his back?
I think it's a weapon on his back.
Okay, the first time I saw it, I thought it'd given him like an extra arm, which was just a buzzsaw on a stick. And that was the most orky thing for me.
Yeah. Well, look at it. They just stapled his skin back on. There, look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, this will fix it, mate. Grab me a staple gun.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the arm, pal. What about the skin that's flapping about? Well, give me a second.
Oh, we'll just nail it down.
Yeah. But no, I think that's like a buzzsaw or something on his back.
Okay.
And because he's obviously riding, so he's holding on. So
makes perfect sense. Yeah.
You got this guy with the cool grabber claw.
I love him.
You got the little grots.
Love him
like
so
that.
much.
Yeah. So these are like really, really cool. I think with context they look even better. The first one on his own looked terrible. No, not gonna lie.
It's still not the best one in the unit either. I mean, whoever chose that pick chose the wrong mini, basically. Yeah. But never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind.
But so
orcs looking good.
Yeah, that, and then obviously Age of Sigmar Dominion, the box set, those orcs in there look really good as well.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Grimdark
They're
AOS.
going to play AOS, but they look great. I actually want to paint a couple of those.
Right.
And that's something I would never say about most Age of Sigmar models.
Paint Age of Sigmar. Jay, you okay?
Huge. No. The big like centerpiece ones are awesome. They have got some of the most amazing sculpts out of any miniatures company ever, I think there, because the freedom they have is immense. But you sort of look at the general infantry a lot of the time, you're like, meh. But that guy!
This one?
No, not Gul'dan.
That one.
The one
Killer Boss.
The one that I don't like is the guy in the Giganto Troll.
Yeah.
Because I think it looks like someone spent about 3 of the 4 weeks they were sculpting the troll, and then their lunch break on the last week sculpting the dude on top.
Yeah, like some of these are just so nice. I love the hobgoblins. I mean hobgrots as well.
Yes. Bringing hobgoblins back is awesome. For anyone that didn't play Warhammer as long ago as I did, Chaos Dwarfs had hobgoblins, and they were right spiteful little shits. Yeah. And these really, really look the part.
Yeah, they're really cool. Really, really cool. Obviously, they've showed off some other stuff that's coming, such as this massive bow thing, which looks epic, and then obviously the guy.
It does look cool. Yeah.
It looks
I
ridiculous.
like that a lot more than I like the troll. The thing I like about that the most, bizarrely, is the base. Like they've put loads of interesting things on that base.
Mm.
And then I don't know what they did here.
You don't like this one?
I think so. This is my biggest complaint about the Beast Snaggers, right? And you can see it on this model. Look at the orc skin. Look at the main dude riding it. Look at any part of him that isn't something that's been added on, like armor panels or his weird pointy stick. What a great weapon, a pointy stick. All of him looks kind of flat. There's no real detail and things like that there. And a lot of the Beast Snagger boys that were released on the Squig Riders kind of had that same flat, very one-note, little bit of personality skin tone. But if you scroll back up and look at the other orcs, they are absolutely covered in detail. Scars, muscle mass, wrinkles in their skin. You know, there's so much going on there. And I really, really like that. These are the basic infantry. And I think they've got better sculpts for their actual mass than the hero centerpiece for the army, which I don't think is right. No,
That's
a little letdown.
Let's have a look at the video, see if there's any good close-ups. It's all related, it's orcs, it still counts.
Yeah, definitely. And also the gun troll, as I pointed out when we watched the video on Saturday, is Krang from the Turtles.
There's quite a lot.
Krang.
There's quite a lot. I guess it just isn't very detailed.
A lot more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think maybe GW needs another photographer.
Yeah. I just need some brighter highlights, I guess. Again, the angle isn't picking up.
It's going to be the same mini, right?
Yeah. But again, it's just the angle they've taken the picture at. The highlights aren't very bright.
Yeah.
Like there, with all the shadows and the underlighting, you can see it.
Is it the same mini? Because that troll looks really dark green there, and not blue.
I'm pretty sure it is. Again, this is in a white studio, you know?
Yeah, they've got all the yellow backlight on as well.
Yeah.
That'll change the hue.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it is.
These are super cool. But great time to be an orc player. Great time to be an orc player. For any game.
Because none of that stuff is ever going to get converted into 40k minis, right? I mean, never. No one's thinking of doing that at all.
And vice versa.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But you guys excited for goblins and orcs in general? Are you going to get them? Do you play orcs already? Are you going to get it? Are you thinking about playing orcs because you saw these boxes? Either one. I
want to get the guy on the big. We'll call it a warg because they look a bit Lord of the Rings-ish, and it's a big wolf-looking dude. And I get that and paint it and give it away. That's what I want to do.
Yeah,
that's how much I like that mini.
Yeah, it's just so grimdark, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It is.
Compared to a lot of like Age of Sigmar, which isn't very grimdark. That feels grimdark. Feels grotty.
Yeah.
I think that's why it works.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's just nasty. The shield's a bit, crazy, but okay, we can live with that.
Got to tie it together at the end of the day.
Yeah.
There
you go. There's some orc stuff.
Yeah, orc stuff.
Now we should talk about sisters and
yeah,
why everyone's going to get their shit pushed in by them.
Yes, we will do that. So quickly catch up with the chat, and then we'll do that. T5 Mega Knobs. Yeah, Mega Knobs will be T5 by the looks of it. Yeah. That'd be fucking good. Well, now you made me order 140 squad markers. Well done, Spark Plug! Exclamation point 3D. Hey. Oh, there's a link in the description. Check it out. Thanks for supporting the channel and getting yourself some cool stuff.
You say made as well, like it was a bad thing. Come on, you're going to spend money anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just doing you a favour. With a new faction getting the Primaris treatment, how long till Tau get it and basic Fire Warriors get mini battle suits? They might get something in between.
I think they might just make battle suits just actually good.
Yeah.
Because the battle suits are cool. And they don't need a new model either because they still look current despite not really being current.
Yeah. They're quite relatively new miniatures, aren't they? I think they came out in 7th edition. They're like 3 or 4 years ago.
The battle suits?
Yeah.
No. Crisis suits have been out for yonks.
No, they got
when I was 20.
No, they got a new Crisis suit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
They had it. It looks very similar though.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, It's because of the way they designed the model. It's like they didn't really change it that much, but it's a new kit compared. I'm pretty sure it came out in like 2015 or something.
Is that just like one of the like Tactical Squad version 372 kind of upgrades then?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm with you.
They're a bit more posable, the new Crisis suits, compared to the old ones.
Right, because the old ones were not.
No,
they
just
looked
like
extremely rod up a bum.
Yeah, exactly. And the legs are like one piece, so I think the legs are separate now.
Nice.
If anyone can confirm that, that'd be really cool. If you've had the new Crisis suits compared to the old ones, because I think they got done the same time the Broadside got done. But if you remember the Broadside,
that makes sense.
It was a Crisis suit with a gun.
Some of the metal rail guns, which would never stay on ever.
Yeah. The photo is too bright. Let's talk about the troll, I think. Yeah, I agree. I think the photo was too bright.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have 120 boys with choppers, I bet you.
Yeah.
I'm getting the 2 of the beast snaggers if I can, says Magoon. Nice, dude.
Nice.
I have orcs and sisters, so my bank manager has been on the phone. There's been some unexpected activity on your card. You don't buy anything for orcs these days. You got 120 boys, what else do you need?
60 more, right?
Well, yeah.
There's that boys 180 boys list where you have got to love playing orcs to want to do that.
You've got to have a bloody brace on your back or something. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Magoo says yes, that's right, because he has both sculpts. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very, very similar models though. So you can find a picture.
To be fair, they don't need to really update the aesthetic. The aesthetic is all of the TIE stuff still looks good and looks like it should, I think. I love the Riptide model. I think that's great. The Storm Surge model is a little bit ridiculous, but I still love it.
Yeah.
Power is one of those armies that I would definitely play if I could just have an entire army of literally nothing but suits. And I'm not really an anime guy, but we'd go full Dragon Ball, Neon Genesis, whatever.
That'd be cool.
On that.
That would be cool.
Get them all purple and green.
I just clicked on a video that says Warhammer 40k Tau Crisis Suit comparison, and he's just holding the old one.
Nice.
Great
Maybe he's
comparison.
comparing it to like himself.
Yeah,
like, I have less angles than this person does, but I'm also 300,000 times the size.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find. I can't find like 2 pictures next to each other. That would have been good.
Yeah, it's all right. Let's have a chat about the sisters because
yes,
we're gonna be wrapping up relatively soon.
Yeah. So !whip, !Discord, join the Discord and show us what you guys have been working on whilst we've been chatting. But there are new sister rules. They've been previewed. How do you feel?
Sisters are already good, right?
Well, they are currently.
I don't think anyone's sat there going, "Oh, sisters are really underpowered." They're not winning a lot of tournaments now, whereas they were when they were first released. They were doing extremely well when they were first released. But right now they're not. But everyone is still, sisters are really strong. Like nobody thinks sisters aren't strong.
No,
and they're about to get strong.
The reason sisters are strong is because they have so much consistency with the fact that they have so many they can generate so many miracle dice. And miracle dice essentially replace a dice roll for anything you like. So you roll a dice and then you have like a pool of dice, let's say 1 to 6, like 6 dice, and then you can be like, oh, I need 6 damage here to kill your character, so I'll just use that one that I rolled earlier.
That's right.
Which is cool.
I desperately need to make this invulnerable save. I'll use that 4.
Yeah, I really need to pass my morale.
I'm 12 inches away from you, so I'm going to charge.
Yeah. Oh, look, got 2 6s. Bam, there they are, because I rolled them earlier.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're still rolling dice, so it's still random, but you can you eliminate all randomness by having a pool of dice you can then insert wherever you need, because you essentially just know the result. Whatever you need, you've got it. If you don't have that miracle dice, obviously you can't do it, but it's any other dice roll that you might have it. But it says
it's good.
It says on this article. So the strongest point about sisters is miracle dice. You're gonna need more miracle dice.
You're gonna need more miracle dice. That's exactly it, right?
That's a scary article title.
yeah, because they're already useful for so many things. Just deciding, like Mikey said, oh, if you hit a melter gun, 6 damage, you're dead.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
It's so good.
They're getting the same kind of treatment that a lot of other codexes have got, where you can take a character and you can give them a extra kind of set of rules, an extra ability. You pay points for it, or you pay power level for it. And each ability is 2 things. So the first one is like a passive thing you get for just having the points. And the second one is a miraculous ability, which is something you would spend a miracle dice for. And it says, well, an enemy unit is within miracle range of this model. So I'm assuming if you choose to spend a 1, anything within 1 inch, you spend a 3, anything within 3 inches, 6, and so on. You know, I think that's probably the way that's going to work. But this could be, the one they've previewed is disgusting.
Yes.
Disgusting.
It's 40 points for this ability.
Yeah.
40 points. And the way they've said, like, you can activate it temporarily by using a miracle dice. Using a die with a particularly high number will extend the range of which it works. I imagine it's going to be similar to, like, actions in Curse City and Warcry, where you need like a certain number to trigger this ability. So you might need like a miracle dice with like a 4 up. But if you do it with a 6 up, it extends the range by 3 inches.
Okay, I hadn't thought that it would do that, but yeah.
Yeah, because it says you need to expend a miracle die, but then it says using a die with a particularly high value will extend the range. So I imagine there'll be like some barriers where it'll be like, maybe it might just be do it with any miracle dice, even a 1, but you can extend the range by having like a 5 or more on that miracle dice.
Okay.
Which is quite interesting.
That's cool.
It's quite an interesting ability, because the reason I thought of that is because of like things like Curse City, where you need a certain number to activate to do attacks and stuff like that. So I imagine it's something
I'm glad you
similar.
explained that, because most people haven't played Curse City.
Well, this is very true. It's the same in Silver Tower, same in Blackstone Fortress as well, but in Curse City in particular. So, for example, you can shoot for like, you roll 4 dice for your activations, right? You spend any dice to move. If you want to run, so move a bit faster, you need to spend a 3 or more on one of the dice, and you just remove that dice, for example.
Okay.
So it sounds like a very similar function. You spend a dice, but if it's a big number, it's better. So
nice. I like that. Let's talk about the ability itself.
Yes.
So, Word of the Emperor, like you said, 40 points. That's a lot. And before we read this, I'm just going to caveat it right at the start with the little sentence below, which I imagine most people haven't read. Each blessing can be used once per battle, so make sure your canoness or paladin of choice is geared up to take the best advantage of it before you get started. So I don't know if that means both parts of this or just the miraculous bit, but the first part of this I'd say is worth 40 points, even one use only. At the start of the fight phase, not yours, the fight phase,
any fight
select
phase.
one enemy unit within 3 of the model. That unit is not eligible to fight this phase until after all eligible units from your army have done so. That is the very powerful version of Fight Last, because you can't interrupt with it to get yourself back in the queue. You're not able to be picked to fight until the entirety of the Sisters of Battle army is fought. Then you get a chance.
Yeah.
If you're still there.
If you're still there, yeah.
Super
strong
that's
ability.
super strong.
And that's just free whenever you like. Once, but free whenever you like. But then, if you want to, if you spend a certain die or spend any die, a miracle dice, whilst they're in range, we don't know what their range is, each time a model in a friendly core or character unit makes a melee attack against that enemy who's in range, you ignore invulnerable saves.
It's stupid good.
Whoa.
Stupid good. Like, the only thing you have that saves you against Repentia that have just charged out of nowhere is an invulnerable save, and you have to pray, ironic, I know, that you make those saves, right?
Yeah.
As long as you've got what's going to be a canoness sort of like the captain or lieutenant, the palatine, in range, they just turn off your invulns. And by the way, you're also fighting after we've had a go first.
Yeah.
Yes,
Now, it is only in combat, but still.
But that's where sisters do a lot of damage. They have a big sort of melter-gun force. Obviously, you've got your dominions and everything else that comes with it. But it's the Repentia, I forgot what it's called, not the Penitent engine, the Mortis engines, Mortifactors or something. You've got all those.
Things. There's the new
Nundums.
Yeah, the Nundams.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot that they have that is combat. Sisters are a very balanced army. They can really put it out in all phases bar psychic, really.
Yeah. Abaddon's Last Arm
be
says
afraid.
They keep adding stuff to ignore invuln saves because they put storm shields or invulns in every marine.
Brilliant. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, exactly. They've also got a stratagem called Faith and Fury. Use this stratagem after Adeptus Sororitas unit from your army has performed an act of faith for an attack's hit roll. You can reuse the same miracle dice for that attack's wound roll.
Yeah. So that act of faith is you using the miracle dice to just, I'm going to hit. Here's my 4 to hit or whatever. That's it. I've hit.
So essentially,
you get that for the wound as well.
Yeah. So for 1 CP, if you want to auto hit, you can essentially auto wound as well.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good, pretty decent. Because you're saving your miracle dice. Because you can use it. I think it's once per unit per phase, right?
Yes, that's right.
Something like that. If it remains the same, we don't. It probably will by the sounds of it, but if it might change. But you essentially get to use 2 on the same unit. So with one of them, you get to auto hit and wound with a melter gun or something.
This has come down from before, because it was 2 CP.
I think so. Yeah.
Faith of Fury is an existing stratagem, and that's just super good. Get in combat, smash somebody really, really hard. Excellent. We've hit and wounded. You can't make your invuln save. Here's 6 damage as well.
Yeah, exactly. It says Faith of Fury is an old friend. It's now even cheaper at just 1 CP.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
So we just say that. Which is pretty cool. And then Defenders of Faith, which I've not seen this one yet. It says use this stratagem in your movement phase. Select 1 battle sister squad from your army that is within range of objective marker until the start of next movement phase. Instead of following normal rules for rapid fire, models in this unit shoot rapid fire bolt walls weapons, making double the amount of attacks for any bolt weapons. And each time an attack is made against this unit, an unmodified wound roll of 1 to 3 for that attack fails in its respective abilities or modifiers. So they transhuman and rapid fire at the same time.
Hang on. They transhuman for a battle round.
Oh!
You use that at the end of your movement phase until the start of your next movement phase. So all of your turn, all of your opponent's turn.
Wow.
Just transhuman, 2 CP for the next 25 minutes. Done.
Damn.
Are you fucking kidding?
Wow, that is good. That is really, really good. Oh, man.
Space Marines, we give you the transhuman and we make it 2 CP on units of 5 or more. You get it for that turn.
Yeah.
Sisters of Battle, we've given you transhuman. It's 2 CP. We're going to give you a bonus to your bolt gun weapons as well. Yeah. And on top of that, you can have it for a battle round. How's that sound?
Yeah. Right. I mean, it is only on battle sisters, so it's only on the troops.
But even their troops aren't bad. I mean, you took a heavy weapon in there as well.
Yeah,
it's
a tactical squad, you know.
Objective, right?
As long as battle sisters don't come out with 2 wounds and T4, I think it'll be. It's pretty good. It does make them super hardy on that objective.
It really does.
Cool. Which is pretty cool.
It's fantastic, and it's only 2 command points for that as well, which
I suppose the downside to it is it's not a trigger ability. Whereas by what I mean by that is transhuman is when you are selected to be shot, then you use it. Then your opponent has already selected you, so now they're already struggling. Whereas if you go, I'm going to use this on this unit, you just go, all right, I'll just shoot everything else then, and just ignore them for this turn, which is good in itself. You don't get me wrong.
It is. Yeah, you can use it that way as a sort of preventative measure, though. Like, just the fact you spent 2 CP means that some people just won't shoot, and then you're presenting with different targets instead. So there's lots of tactical ways to do it to force your opponent to do stuff.
Yeah.
But also there's that time of, I just need to hold this objective this turn, and then I'm okay.
And then you get double shots to shoot your orcs that are wounded on 5s with no AP.
That's right. Nice. Nice. One more stratagem as well. This is the Inviolate Shield Wall. Use this stratagem at the start of the fight phase for 1 CP. Select 1 Celestian Sacrosancts or Crusaders unit from your army. To the end of the phase, each time attack is made against that unit, subtract 1 from the attack's wound roll.
That's good.
That is good. Because these are the guys with the Storm Shield looking things, right? This is good.
Yeah. All Crusaders, which are pretty good as well. They're the fine cast guys. The little grey. They look like Grey Knights.
I thought they were guys.
Yeah.
Like they were like inquisitorial henchmen kind of people, but I just assumed they were dudes.
I think they are, but like Sisters and Guard have always had like a mixture of like mini factions inside, like the Ministorum as well, rather than just Battle Sisters.
Yeah, fair.
Which is great. Both blessed with powerful shields and trained to hold the line. So Shield Wall, hashtag Shield Wall. There it is, 1 CP.
Brilliant.
That's really cool. Really cool stratagems. They're looking again. The new Codex is looking super strong.
Yeah, look, everyone knows Codex creep is a thing. You know, that's why I'm quite happy my Codex hasn't come out yet. Like, you can keep that going. It'll be more relevant into 10th edition when and wherever that happens. But yeah, Sisters looking spicy,
looking fresh,
very spicy.
Should be really exciting. And obviously the Codex is on pre-order this weekend. It should be interesting to see what other changes they get, because these look really good, but we don't know what else is going to get changed. Is everything going to stay the same? And they just get buffs? Maybe.
I mean, that whole thing earlier on, the miraculous ability, core or character. What if Repentia aren't core? What if Seraphim and Sephirim aren't core?
Shouldn't be core, should they? The crazy psychos.
You're right, they shouldn't be core, but neither should company veterans.
Well, no.
You know?
No, true. So it's going to be interesting. Again, you can look at it on paper and you see this one thing and it makes you go, oh my god. And then do you know what you do with it? You share it and you go, look at this, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy god. And then you've shared it with another 50 people and they're all going, oh my god, that's amazing. I want a Sisters army. And then you buy it and then you find out there's a lot in it that doesn't work like that. So...
to be fair, Sisters are going to just still be good. Like I said, their current codex is super good. They're super balanced. Like they're a very good army for someone that wants to get into an army and like really delve into its tips and tricks and sort of move past just a basic understanding of something.
Yeah.
And I can't see that changing at all. Like we've never seen we haven't yet seen a codex in 9th come out and it's a nerf to a list. Right? And so what's already good is just getting...
Like, if you look at Space Marine armies before the new Codex came out, they're completely different. Because everything got nerfed. You weren't running, Vanguard veterans at all. Like, maybe in Raven Guard. And now they're just, like, stupidly good. You weren't running, like, Volkite Dreadnoughts, but now they're stupidly good. You were running Leviathans and stuff.
But my point was more that it's not that the units have been nerfed and now you've got them. It's just like we haven't seen a Codex that... is a worse version of the old codex.
No, we haven't. I thought you said list. Every list that was good.
If I did, then no, I didn't mean that.
My apology. I thought you said list.
I might very well have done, bro.
But yeah, like every list from before the codex has been nerfed to the ground. But there's always a better list that comes out of it, you know? Look at Death Guard, you know? With the Ironclad Furnace just running all the vehicles, and you're like, oh my god, we've lost that. And then they go, oh.
Yeah, but here's why.
Wait a minute. We don't need that because everything else is really good.
Yeah.
So
it's tight.
So if you're already playing the army, don't buy anything because you're not going to have the right stuff probably.
Yeah, don't buy anything. And for the love of all that's holy, stop 3D printing shit that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. But it's going to be interesting. Pardon?
Got to be a right douche to do that.
Oh, yeah, I've got to be a bit of a douche. Born and bred. But it should be interesting because we just don't know what's going to be core. If it's just like, what if it's just Battle Sisters and Retributors and that's it? That'd be pretty funny. Cool.
That'd be hilarious.
Battle Sisters ignoring buns in combat.
Be even better if they said, no, you have to be Zephyrim. If you've got wings, you're core. That's it.
Yeah.
But if you've got Cherub, you're core as long as you've got the Cherub.
Yeah, you can't use the Cherub because he's core.
Not a core.
Whereas I imagine the new Nundams will be core. I can't see them
probably.
Not. I can't see them not. And I can see like most of the stuff in Power Armor being core. I just can't see like Repentia and stuff like that being core.
I'd like to think that they're not, because they're meant to be like the exception to the rule of the Sisters, aren't they? A bit like Death Company are the exception and the rule to the Blood Angels.
Yeah.
They're the crazy ones that you don't really talk about in public, and you don't introduce people in your family, outside your family too, and all that. So they shouldn't be core for me, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, but we'll have to see. I'm sure we'll see come on the weekend, hopefully. But that, everyone, is the end of the show. Have you got somewhere to be, Jay?
I do. I have a lesson, and I haven't eaten yet today, so I should probably try to do that as well.
Well, we're going to say bye to Jay then, and then we're going to go through the Whip Gallery, !whip or !Discord to join. And we'll look about what you guys have been painting if you want to share. But thank you very much, Jay. Really appreciate it.
Hey, no worries, man.
Do you want to look at the memes before you go, or do you want to go?
Let's do some memes. Let's do some memes. Memes are life.
It's going to be terrible. We all know that much.
Tagged in them, so
it's definitely going to be terrible. Let's be real, because I have a pink face. So if that hasn't been memed on, I think that's it. I think we give up.
You look like a salmon now. Is one that I've just seen.
Oh yeah, I do definitely look like a salmon. Cool, so let's look at the first one. Hellstorm Quest. Welcome to Colchester Fortress. Yes, because Midwinter Minis went and bought the Blood Raven.
Yeah.
I saw his video for that. And then he said he was going to repaint it, and it made me cry, to be honest. But that is an excellent edit.
I love the running Dreadnought and Marines at the bottom. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really funny. I was so jealous. I'll lie. I was just like, man, I wish I had $3,000 because that's
five more there. Yeah.
I mean, I was just like, I was saying to George when I saw it first, I was just like, oh, I could go buy it. That'd be really cool. I don't have $3,000, but it's such a good video. And then he's done it and he's proven it's such a good video. I'm just like, God damn. Yeah. Yeah. Fair play. It's really cool. Really cool. I do still want one. I don't know what I'd do with it, but I do still want one. So if anyone's got $3,000, Sanctuary. That's a great idea. I didn't think that far ahead. I was just like, where can I get $3,000 from? So if anyone fancies lending us $3,000 to donate one of these to Sanctuary, and then I can make a video and maybe get half the views, that'd be really cool. Appreciate it. Thanks. Obviously, if I'd known Mike, I would have been orange with blisters. Grandpa tub moments with Mikey. Hashtag AOS Path to Glory. Yes, this is me. It's a plague drone, who's probably a bit orange like me, in a hot tub.
I didn't get the hot tub part of that. Yeah,
it's a hot tub, and then an epic Photoshop filter on the back.
Nice. Liking it.
Brilliant. Gumballina, don't get snippy with me. Brilliant. Love that.
Best one. This next one is my favorite one. This is it. I love this. So well done.
Get me some aloe vera. Literally, I wish I had some aloe vera. My God, I'm in so much pain. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant edit. Well done, Gumballina.
Come back to these,
Sorry?
Well, too hot yesterday. Next meme, completely different.
Yeah. What's with all the how to play? Am I missing something? Is it because I play AOS
I'm not
now?
sure you know how to play Space Marines.
It's a bit rude. How to play Warhammer 40k in under 10 minutes. 12 minutes 42.
No, they mean how to play your game in under 10 minutes.
Ah, don't.
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant. You're doing it very wrong or extremely right.
Jade's talking about the UKTC website.
I love this.
It'll be alright on the night. It'll be alright on the night. Hey, can I copy your homework? Sure, just make it look different so it doesn't look like I'm just copied. They do definitely need a logo though, don't they? Definitely need a logo. That's brilliant. I've missed a few. What do you mean I've missed a few?
No, they were from too early.
That was at 4.
Gotta keep it fresh, bro.
Don't count. I've already looked at those. Brilliant. Love that. Mr. Bean, classic.
Yeah.
That is actually my arm.
That is definitely most of your arm. Yeah.
Look at it. Look at it. It's so bad.
Yeah.
You worked hard. All right, I'll look at the GIF. Yeah, this is me next time. Marie.
just repost it.
No, just repost it. It'll be all right. Let's talk about new orcs. I'm about to ruin this man's sub count.
Awesome.
Orcs are more exciting.
Hey, I said loads of good things about orcs.
That's the thing, Jay.
Loads.
I like talking to you because we have different opinions.
I know.
Every time you have a different opinion, just people hate you for it. And I'm just like, he's just got an opinion.
But it's random strangers on the internet, so I could give literally zero. That's what they think.
I don't give a fuck. They keep unsubscribing.
Well, more for you for doing this on your channel, right?
Fucking joke. I'm gonna just mute you next time.
Look, I said loads of really positive things about the hobby today, and especially about the orc releases. I'm not going to buy an orc army because I just don't want to play an orc army that's a load of boys. Like I said, I've burnt myself out many years ago painting literally hundreds. But I'd happily play an army of vehicles with a few extra stuff in. I think they're cool. I think they're fun, and that's the most important thing, right? Is that it is a fun thing, both the hobby side of it and the gameplay side of it. So,
yeah, for sure.
There you go.
Where's this GIF? Oh, that one. Toughness 5. Well done. Very good. Very good, Gumballina. Well done, mate. Excellent. Excellently executed.
Why is the guard player sad that he's toughness 5?
Don't know. Don't make much difference to him, does it?
No, he's got absolutely no issues with it whatsoever.
Right? Brilliant. Well, Jay, thank you very much for joining me. Really appreciate it.
No worries, bro.
It's
been
always
good.
a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for chat, for keeping me entertained on my Monday night.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try and scrounge some food before I teach somebody how to paint.
Well, good luck with that. Exclamation point Mohawk. Go give Jay a follow. He's an absolute legend. He'll be joining me next week on Monday, which is really fun. If you want to watch his own stream, you can check it on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays in the evening, Saturdays in the afternoon.
Yep. You got it.
There you go. I think that's it.
Thanks very much, folks. I will see you all soon. Take care. Have a good hobby week. Peace out.
Thanks, man. Catch you later. Cool. Right then, let's look at stream models. Let's have a nosy. Sparkplug. Finished these lads this week. Let's have a look. Ooh, hell yeah. That lovely cape on that. The flesh on the cape looks really good as well. And the rust looks awesome as well. Wow. Excellent job on this guy, man. Looks really cool. Really, really cool. Exclamation point Discord. Come join. Come share what you guys have been working on. Excellent job on this, man. Really, really nice. This guy's cool as well. Love the arm colour. The oxidization and the rusting looks really good together. Nice. Nice. Love a Foul Blight spawn. I've got 3 of these bad boys. Join Pog. Well done. Pog is in the chat. Oh boy. Nice, spark plug. Looking really good. I like this conversion. Subtle yet effective. The rust looks really realistic. Is it pigment? Is that how you've done it? They're going to look great with some squad markers on. Nice, nice. And Tallyman as well. Look at that. What squiggles have you got? Got some nice squiggles. If not, what does it say? What does it say, Sparkplug? Let us know. Daddy Tub started on the base of my Dimacheron, and yes, I cut the leg and reposed it. A bit of green stuff left to do. Oh, nice. Nice, dude. This is epic. That base is fantastic. That base is really nice. Who knows? Pigment and ISO wash. Nice, dude. That's really cool. I'll have to try that out. Nice work on this conversion. It looks really, really menacing. The base is really cool with the tree and stuff like that. Nice work. Gumbellina! Plenty of work done on the Bellacore. Oof. That sword is fantastic. The skin tones is beautiful. It's like perfect. Nice work, dude. Nice work. Excellent work on this. Looking really cool. I like the base as well. Very cool. Are you gonna? What sort of base are you gonna go for? Are you gonna go for your marble effect, or are you gonna do it different on this guy? He looks really cool though. I really want a Bellacore. Really want one. Finest way you use a wash, it might take the paint off. Yeah, it's fair. That's fair. Nice, dude. Chaos Swarm, load of villains converted with bigger tank on the back and no weird cable skirt and niggling to try and catch the slime that drops on the tank crane. Pick one. Nice. This is the second Lord of Villains you're working on. And I know you were working on one before, which is an obliterator, but this looks like the proper model rather than a conversion. Looks cool though. Like it. Like it. Won't do Marvel Defense this one purely because you won't see it. That's fair. That's fair. Whip of the miasmic malignifier, remove the spikes and converted 2 extra factory chimney pipes to it. Oh, nice. I like that. That's cute. Nice, man. There you got one at the back as well. Awesome. Yeah, it's really cool. I'd like to pick one of these up. I love all the faction terrain. It's just a shame it's really bad in the game and it doesn't fit on a board, you know? You have to like proper theme a board around one type of terrain. Nice work, dude. Nice work. Judge me for on-sprue priming, but just got my Intercessors, Heavy Intercessor Sergeant, and Gladiator Prime. Why are you priming on the sprue? I'm judging you. Why would you prime on the sprue? Explain this to me, Jake. Look, I know. I understand. You can. You can get every bit. No problem. It's going to be green everywhere. Right up until the point you clip them. And then you're going to be left with a bare plastic. And then you can't glue it because there's primer in the way. Talk to me. Tell me the science. Or is it ancient Chinese techniques? Bought myself a fart furnace too, just to have it for painting later on. Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, clean mold lines. Just scrape all the paint off. There's got to be some secret sauce behind it. I don't understand it. I don't know if he's here, though, so we might not be able to hear the secret sauce. It's how I work. Had this with a Kate earlier. Judging me, it forces me to actually paint the stuff now. I mean, yeah, true. Very true. Alright. A mate, okay, I was going to say. Not it, but new and old Crisis suits side by side. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, I presume the one on the left is the new one? Maybe. The new one on the left looks taller, but that one looks newer. I think that's the newer one. I touch it all up before building. Fair enough. That one looks way taller, but I guess you've got a different pose on there. Yeah, you can see the difference, though. Like, the difference in detail. Like, a lot more defined on this. And there's a lot more going on. Like, if you look at the side here, look, you got, like, all these extra lines and recesses compared to that. Cheers, Sat Magoo. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. You got actual vents in there rather than just squares. Very similar model, though. There's hardly any differences. You can only really see it there because you're looking at both. But like, if I said like Jay didn't even know that a new one had come out. Right one, the one on the left is 4080p. Brilliant. Nice, dude. Thanks for that. The loincloth is going to get black in over that blue to give a tint to the black, though currently the blue is making the model busy. After that, glazing the art to make it all look metallic. Oh, nice, dude. That's really cool, though. I like your gamer's grass, flowers. It shows the progress in mold making. It does, really does. And sculpting as well. Looks really cool, man. I love this model. I like the conversion you've done as well. So, and the head's really cool. Looks like a Boba Fett. Nice work. Look very cool. Can't wait to see it all done up. VR. Hello, VR. Oh boy. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. It's like a Seraphon, like Aztec Marine theme. This is really nice. I love that weapon. That really works on Space Marine. And all the freehand, all the line art. Wowzer. Oh, look at the wood. Look at the wood there as well. Oh, man. Like all the wood grain painted. Some evolution of the style. Oh, wow. Oh, hell yeah. I'm all over this. This is really cool. Are they all the helmets sculpted? Are they printed or cast? How have you made them? The bases are excellent. The water looks really cool. The color of the base as well is really nice. Very reminiscent of like a video game. And then like the execution is done. It's fantastic. Hi, that's me. Damn right, those are Aztec boys. Nice Vitality Shred. These are epic. These are big Pog. These are PogChamp. Very cool, man. I love these. These are very cool. I need to hear more about them. Tell me about how you made the heads. Again, are they printed? Are you like chopping them all the feds up and converting them? Are they third party? They're really cool. Excellent work. Great job. Wood texture. Oh my god. Look at that. Ah! Like the scratches in the armor is good enough, but look at that. Wood texture. Beautiful. Real beautiful. This was the back picture from the whip. Yes, that keyboard is shit. I broke my old good one by mistake. Oh man, that's cool. Libra Demonica, they scammed me with a photo using them as an ad. Then they sent me a bunch as an oopsie. They scammed me with the photo using them as an ad. Ah, right, okay. Right, so they used your photo, did they? I mean, fair. They're nice. These are really cool, man. I love the recess shade. The brown recess is really nice. Some Death Guard. Oh boy, that is nice. Tell me you're like a Golden Demon winner or something. Bloody beautiful. Oh man, I think my desk is about to fall over. People pay good money. Yeah, these are really nice. Real nice. Great job, man. Great job. Excellent work. I'm just gonna put the music back on. I think it's paused. Nice work, dude. Fire Fist Ace. Got these finished off earlier. My first time painting 3K models. Still need basing though. Oh, nice, dude. Excellent scheme. Check the Nebrision. He told me that he is okay with me using that style. Nice, dude. I'll check it out. Nice work on these. I like the aggressive red with the orange. It looks pretty cool. Got some digestives to keep going. Love that. But nice selection of army there. Lots to play with there. Looks like a couple of Indomitus sets. Got the Void Dragon looking cool. the green base really like contrasts it really nicely. So great job on that. I got the Nightbringer in red. That I like that. Nice, great looking army. Magoo, start working on 2 more trucks ready for the 6 truck 2 battle wagon rolling death list. Nice. Nice conversions, man. I love looted wagons. So cool. Excellent work. You got Torx Prime, you got a Chimera. A nice little conversion just to make him look a bit... I like that. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see the little guy coming out the back with a stubber. Nice. Nice. Excellent work, dude. Looking really cool. Really, really cool. And that looks like it. That's about it, everyone. Let's have a look at Resolution Mondays. Like you're still working on the Deathwing. Keep it all like. You're a legend. Fair play, keep it up. It's been nearly 6 months. So we're nearly halfway through. I need to get back to doing some painting. Because I haven't done a bit of painting in a while. But I've got some exciting videos coming this week. Obviously, we'll be streaming Wednesday. I'm showing you the wrong screen. This is the song I listen to. Obviously, we'll be streaming Wednesday at 6 PM. It's our new scheduled slot. People have been asking for the second seminar. I don't think I'm going to do the second seminar just yet. Focus. There you go. I don't think I'm going to do the second seminar just yet. The list building. I'll probably do that in a week or two. But I'm going to be doing the 40k show on Wednesday at 6 PM. And then we're going to be playing Deathwing. Deathwing. I just read Deathwing in the chat. We're going to be playing Resident Evil probably for the final time. I'm going to try and finish it on Wednesday because I want to move on to Hired Gun, which is a new Necromunda game, which is coming out. I think it's coming out tomorrow. But I'd really like to move on to that. I think it does come out tomorrow, so maybe we might play that Wednesday. Which would be really fun. Because that game looks really cool, and obviously we do a bit of gaming on Wednesdays, so that'd be really fun. So I'll be streaming on Wednesday, but I've also got a video coming out this week as well. Let's just say one I kind of planned for a while ago is in full motion. So this guy will finally get finished this week. That's all I'll say. But I want to say massive thank you for watching. Promo the Hellstorm Wargaming Digital Day. So I saw something about that, but I haven't read into it too much. Where are you talking about it? Have you made a channel for it? Tag me. He's headless, yeah. We're going to replace it, that's why. Whereabouts have you talked about other games? So they are organising, the Hellstorm Discord mods are organising a digital day. So they're going to be playing video games together, which would be really cool. Space Marine, Dawn of War, Vermintide 2, Among Us, Total War 2, Battlefleet Gothic 2. And they are working out when and what time they can actually all play together. And I'll probably try and join in as well. There's a spreadsheet on there. So you can like go and sign up for which days you want to go on. And I'll try and join as well. I looked at it. I was going to message you today, but I completely forgot. But what do you have a date set yet? Sign up in this message. There we go. So if you are interested, make sure you check it out in other games. We'll make a separate channel for it. How about that? That'd be good. But the mods are organising it. I'll join in as well. It should be really fun. Play some games together. Have a good laugh. So make sure you check it out. !Discord. So, otherwise, that's everything for today. So I really appreciate you hanging out. It's been really fun. It's been good to be back. Again, I'll be live again Wednesday at 6 PM. Jay's live tomorrow if you want to watch him instead. And then he's live Thursday and Saturday and Sunday. But I've got some cool, exciting videos this week. And I'm going to be dropping, because Chapter Approved is coming out this weekend. And we haven't previewed it because we haven't got one. So we're going to get it at the same time as well. So I'll probably be streaming Sunday morning with Chapter Approved. And probably a new Codex, maybe. We'll see. But I'm going to be taking some older premium videos that we've put on the channel, which are then going to be out of date as of Saturday, and we're going to be releasing them for free. I'm going to be putting them out on YouTube this week. So if you are interested, there's going to be a few extra battle reports for free. So people who are premium subscribers, you might recognize a few of them, but if you're not a premium subscriber, then maybe that might tempt you over to the premium to check it out. So keep an eye on the channel. There's going to be a video every single day this week. So it should be really fun. So that's it. So we're going to find someone to raid on Twitch now. Who's live? Who shall we raid? Who shall we raid? Let's have a look. If you watch on YouTube, though, we are going to be ending any minute. Apologies. You came in at such a bad time, Beardo. You did indeed. You did indeed. Who shall I raid? Who's cool? Is Valrak streaming? Okay, if you watch on YouTube, go check out Valrak. If you're watching on Twitch, Valrak's not streaming. No breath holding challenge this week. No breath holding challenge this week. No, it was very hard to do last time. Nilindi. All right, we'll raid Nilindi. Why not? So we'll raid Nilindi. So if you're watching live, appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. And if you're watching on... Oh, is she playing a game? Oh, radio anyway. Be alright. So if you watch on Twitch, thank you very much. And make sure you go and say hello in the raid. If you watch on YouTube, thank you very much. Go check out Valrak's channel. He just started streaming. And thank you very much for hanging out tonight. And I'll be back again Wednesday at 6 PM BST. Bye now.